Hello, 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 hello. Mic check 1 2. 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 Mic check. Can you hear me? 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 What's happening, people? What's going on? Welcome back to the Random Show with your host, Agostino Zinga, and this is episode number 437, I think it is. Is it 437? I think it's 437. We got everybody tuning in. 437, but we're actually redoing 436. It's 437, but we're redoing 436 because 436 was a mazzoline. 436 was a mazza, as we say here in the UK, as we say here in London. 436 was an absolute mazza. 436 was booky as hell. Booky as hell. Booky as hell. Not my greatest performance. I was really tired, so apologies for those of you that were here live. I was really tired. I'd gone to the gym that day. I did a 2-a-day that day. I went to the gym later in the evening. I ran in the morning. I was feeling really run down. I was also fasting, which I'm currently doing now at the moment. I'm doing my little 1 meal a day thing. You know what I mean? The 1 meal a day is the organic Ozempic. If you want organic Ozempic, just do 1 meal a day, which is kind of funny, isn't it? Like, really all you have to do to lose weight is just not eat as much, right? It's kind of funny. If you stop eating as much, you could just basically lose all the weight. But obviously exercise kind of helps, and eating healthy helps as well, or healthier. But yeah, I'm doing 1 meal a day. I was on a 2-hour fucking, I did a 2-a-day that day. I streamed really late at night as well. My fault. I started at like 3 a.m. or something, or 4. Fucking no, honestly, man, I was gone. So I was slurring my words, sounding all fucking messed up and shit, you get what I mean? But we out here, you get me? We out here. Workout gang. Workout gang, you know me? We out here, bro. Workout gang, we out here, man. We out here. But big up everybody that was here. I appreciate all of yous. Thank you for fucking hanging out with me. And yeah, man, had some fun that day, but we're going to try and redo. We're going to try and redo 436. We're going to try and redo Redux 436. We're spinning the block on 436, so we're going to cover a few of the same topics, but we're also going to cover some new stuff. So hopefully you guys will appreciate that. Big up a big booth as well. Yeah, you know about 1 meal a day. I did it and got skinny people said I looked weird. Yeah, exactly. 1 meal a day is the thing, bro. It's a way to go. Big up Ricky Pitcher. I went on big up Ricky Pitcher. Did 5 times 10 backshots. That's fucking hilarious. I went on a long ass bike ride. Yeah, I gotta start using more sun cream as well. More like whatever, because you know, although I'm black, I'm not really African. You know what I mean? I'm conditioned to this weather, so my skin still burns up, and plus I already have allergies anyway. So when it burns up, it gets really hot and itchy. Like I think I've kind of recovered. I had a lot of I had some sunburn on my arm, especially when I went to fucking Madrid a couple of weeks ago, and all my arms got burnt up. So I've got to start putting some fucking SPF on my fucking arms, at least when I'm going out. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially these days when I'm going out the street, I'm always wearing a vest. You know what I mean? I'm always wearing a vest, like a sleeveless t-shirt, so my arms burn up really a lot, and I've got a lot of arm mass, you know? There's a lot of arm coverage there and shit, so all this shit. And the worst thing is when you burn the back of your arms or whatever, your shoulders, because me, I'm not the most flexible guy, so I can't really scratch it, you know what I mean? Like, it's the worst thing, bro. So anyway, man will get that sorted, innit? Man will get that sorted. We got everybody in the stream chat. Thank you for tuning in once again. Random Show episode number 437. You know what the deal is. Day number 11 of 31. We're doing it, bro. We're doing it on our way. Look at me. This is the longest I've done this fucking marathon stream without taking any breaks, without missing any fucking days. 11 days straight. We're fucking smashing this out of the park. Big up everybody that's been viewing. Big up everybody that's been tuning in. I'm trying my best with the clips. I got to pull out more clips. I got to put out more clips. No fucking excuses. The clips got to go out quicker. I got to get the timestamps out quicker. But at least the streams are going out when they're meant to be going out consistently around the sameish time. Boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. And in the next week as well, I have more time to kind of do it a little bit more consistently, get a little bit more of a timetable for the next week and shit. But yeah, you guys will see that, you know, the proof being the pudding. Not enough talk, not too much talk. Let's get the action going. Obviously, with this being a marathon, we're trying to hit 500 members by the end of the fucking 31 days. At the moment, I'm on like 120ish, I think. 120ish, I think I'm on there. So it'll be good to maybe hit the halfway mark. That's not really a halfway mark, is it? Well, at least 150 anyway, soon. And then we can maybe approach the 500 mark. But again, the main point of this is just to push myself to do 31 days of consecutive streaming. And who knows, I might even continue on. I may just continue doing it just because I've enjoyed actually having a set schedule and knowing that I've got something to do with this. I just got to learn how to figure out how to fit in fucking TAS. There's so much stuff going on with clips, with fucking, you know, whatever, timestamps, all this stuff's a lot going on. So I've got to figure out how to do the fucking TAS. Maybe I might start pre-recording TAS, I'm not too sure, but I've got to figure this out. So if you want to join and become a member, get access to member-only videos, then make sure that you click the join button down below in the description. There's a link as well in the description to opt in for gifted membership and to get your own membership. You can also gift memberships via desktop app, I think only, if you click the little dollar icon on the chat box. If you don't want to do that, all good, just like the stream. Subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, man, appreciate everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you all for tuning in. You're all fucking legends. Thank you for putting up with me. I know I can be fucking inconsistent and flaky and annoying, but we're helping each other. You help me, I help you. Provide you with some fucking distraction. You help me by viewing and not making me feel alone. You know, that's basically it, because I've got no friends. I got no friends, so it's good to kind of talk to somebody. Although this is a bit of a one-way conversation. Yo, big up, bigger picture. Big up Ricky Pitcher, big up Ricky Pitcher, big up, 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 big up Ricky Pitcher. Big up my guy Ricky Pitcher. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Thank you for the gifted
powerful
bomber.
Bunch.
Thank you for the gifted bomber. Big up everybody that gets a fucking gifted membership. Make sure you think my guy, my G, Ricky Pitcher in the fucking stream chat for that, alright? Make sure you thank Ricky Pitcher. Don't be fucking lame.
Powerful Bunch.
Thank Ricky Pitcher in the fucking stream chat for all of that. Yo, G, thank you so much. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Okie dokie. Let's get into it. 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 So much stuff to cover.
Powerful Bunch.
First things first, we're gonna do this Jack Doherty video, right? Just fuck it. Let's just go straight in. Let's just go raw. We've got a lot to cover in a very short space of time. So let's just do as much as we can here, right? So let's go boom. Jack Doherty video, new Jack Doherty
powerful
video.
Bunch.
You know how I'm obsessed with this guy. I'm sure some of you guys are intrigued by this dude as well. He seems like the most annoying guy in the world, but he seems to always kind of get away with it, you know? So far, no, he has been, so far no one's been put his hands on him. He's got his hands put on him, of course, but he's done some very strange things over the last couple of months, and he's always kind of got away with it, scot-free. Crashing his car, the motorcycle accident thing, crashing out when his girlfriend left him, and really embarrassing himself on live stream. But he's like a cat with 9 lives. He always kind of spawns back. So I'm curious to see what happened here. Big up Atozy. The title of the video is Jack Doherty's life was just threatened live. Let's find out who threatened Jack Doherty's life this time. And let's find out how he got away with it again, because he always seems to get away with it. Let's see how he got away with it. Oh shit, it's muted. My bad. Let me unmute this. I think that was my fault. Yo, big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up Young God Vibes. Big up Ricky Pitcher. Big up Nicky HSG. I see you. Big up Old Man Tibber. I see you. Big up Jordan Ray. I see you. Who else is here? Big up RR Skins. I see you. Big Booth. I see you. Apex Potter. I see you. Big up Purple Pidge. Wagwan my G. Abe Martinez. What's good, GG? Old Man Tibber. I saw you already. I think I said Addy Z. Black American. What's good, sis? Everybody in the stream chat, appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you. Bang your chest. Bang your chest.
Live streaming, and right after it happened, his first reaction was to flee the scene and leave his girlfriend behind. This dude just lives to humiliate himself over and over again on his live stream. Because, I mean, it's only the beginning of the month, and it's safe to say that Jack is back to consistently live streaming himself having a rough time. Fresh off the heels of apparently being investigated by the CPS, even though he claims that it was nothing more than a fake call someone made on him. Now, it appears that he's now being involved in an armed confrontation at a grocery store, all due to him taunting other people for content, then hiding behind a security guard. And honestly, the way this whole situation unfolded is just fascinating to say the least. It all happened last Saturday, July 5th, 2025, when Jack started his live stream.
Everyone's got really interesting noses, isn't it? How's that happen?
Fascinating to say the least. It all happened last Saturday, July 5th, 2025.
Like, it's got one nostril's really bigger compared to the other. Well, one nostril is really big compared to the other one, isn't it? I wonder, did he break his nose at one point?
And Jack started his live stream as soon as they arrived to a Target store with his van and usual crew. We've got Jack, his bodyguard, his new girlfriend, and cameraman Michael, and some new guy. They all proceed to enter the store and start walking through the aisles. Some kids spot him, and then Jack starts taking pictures with them, orders some beverages, and starts browsing the store like a usual customer. Everything.
We're saying deviated septum, yeah? Yeah, I kind of had that as well, plus my fucking nasal polyps. So I was, honestly, I need to listen back to some of those old episodes of Taz. The early ones when I had my fucking deviated septum, plus I had nasal polyps, plus I was deep into my multivitamins phase. That's when I was out, like, I don't know, every fucking weekend. So I must have sounded like, I don't know. I got to re-listen to those episodes. You know what I mean? I must have sounded so nasally. But yeah, that was a madness. That was a fucking madness, man. And I also remember I was running the most then as well. Back then I was running so much. I was clocking at 20 miles a week. And I remember that was also the era, whenever I was running, I'd get really offended. Because when I was running, if I was running behind somebody, especially a woman, they'd always get really scared. And it would kind of piss me off. Like, oh, like, why? Because I'm a black guy, you're fucking getting scared of me running. Then one day, as I was running down the street in the morning, I remember just pressing pause on my headphones. And then listening to myself. And I was like... Yeah, I mean, because it was, I couldn't breathe out my nose, so I was just mouth breathing the whole way. Plus, like, you know, my feet just slapping along on the fucking floor. So I was like, oh, that's why the women get really scared when I run behind them. Oh, it's not because they think I'm gonna R-word them or because I'm a big black scary guy, which I probably am, but it's because I'm fucking breathing like a fucking gorilla.
Thing is just pretty standard so far. However, considering there's some commotion starting to build up around him, the Target employees are starting to catch on. So the employees then show up and give him the news that he most likely knows from before, that he can't live stream from inside of a Target.
Oh, Chris Mack remembers. Yeah, remember that Ethiopian chick? Not Ethiopian chick. That's even making it worse, brother. It was an Ethiopian auntie. She was an auntie. And she did that thing like aunties do, where she was clearly looking out for my well-being while also being slightly condescending. And that was at the beginning of my journey. On a treadmill. You know how embarrassing it is for an auntie to tell you to, like, relax. Don't worry, just put it on walking. You'll still get the same effects. You don't need to put it on 10 or 11. You don't need to show off here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, babe. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry. An auntie on a treadmill. And I was like, thank God for growth. Thank God for growth.
Target store. So either Jack can turn his stream off or leave.
Oh, damn.
We're not recording. What if you go outside and it's 5 stuff?
That's an on property. Can I end it?
Big up Asada Z's. Yeah, the women are scared because of your breathing, not the fact that there's a 6-foot heavy set black man sprinting towards them. Innit? That's my cope. That's my cope. It's the breathing, I swear. It's not me, it's my breathing. It's not me, it's my breathing.
So instead of just doing the first option of pausing the stream, finishing up at Target, and then bailing, and then continuing the stream, you know, Jack, the stream must go on.
So are we able to stay if we end it?
Well, just let her do her little Target shopping thing. Maybe. Don't worry, we're leaving right now. Don't worry, we're out. All right, so let's go. All right, Christy, are you staying here? Shop. You think you stay with her? All Alright, cool, cool.
So he leaves his girlfriend in the store, makes his way out, and stops to take some more pictures with people who recognize him. The same Target employee who initially told him to stop recording is now escorting Jack out of the store, along with the cameraman and the bodyguard. You would think this would be the end of it, but, you know, for Jack, arguing with Target employees, I guess, is just content. So he goes back.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I only worked, I didn't work, did I ever work at a supermarket? A big supermarket? No, I didn't. I never worked at a big supermarket. The closest I got to working in a big supermarket was like, I worked in like a retail, like shoe stores mostly. So like a Nike store, a Dr. Martens store, an Adidas store. Like I did those type of, but I never worked in a department store, like a supermarket, like a Target, like a Walmart, like a Tesco, like a Sainsbury's. But I can imagine if my shops where they sold shoes were quite annoying, the customers were super annoying, I can only imagine how much more annoying it must be in a place like Target, where all sorts of different people from all walks of life are coming in to buy all sorts of different stuff. You're usually open really early in the morning and quite late at night. It's a big store to cover, tons of employees, tons of managers as well, middle management, who are usually the worst all the time, right? Any employment you go to, the middlemen, like I don't know about you guys, but usually the owners of the companies are safe, are usually the nicest. The higher up you go up the hierarchy, right, the nicer the person is. The lower they are, the cuntier they are. But sometimes the lowest obviously are nicest, you know, if you're just a fucking sales assistant. But your managers are usually the worst, or supervisors. So I can't imagine how much worse it must be nowadays for people who work in Target and Walmart in the fucking live streaming content creation era. I can't imagine how, honestly, like, it probably must make you probably want to blow your head out. You probably want to blow your head off clean from your shoulders every day you fucking clock in or clock out of that workplace. It's bad enough as it is, but can you imagine dealing with fucking content creators, dealing with live streamers? You already hate that job. You're only doing that job literally to pay your bills. Hardly anyone wants to work in those places unless you're probably, you know, you're trying to go up the fucking chain and maybe become an area manager or become a fucking, I don't know, whatever, right? Whatever else you do, the VJ or whatever, marketeer, display person. Oh, I can't imagine, man. God bless people that work in those places, because putting up with this stuff day to day must be a horror show.
Into the store and asked another streamer that he came across outside to follow him in.
Who the f is that guy? You can't tell me, you can't boot me out the mall, Target guy. I get you can boot me out Target, but I'm going right back in this entrance, so yeah, I don't give a f. Excuse me, sir, I have a question. Can you come back and there with me or no? They just kicked me out with that.
Hold on. I need to close some tabs. My computer's going crazy. Bear with me 1 second. I need to close some tabs. My computer's going a little bit slow and crazy at the moment. Like I said, I will be buying a new one in the next couple of weeks, so this won't be happening all the time. But for now, I have to fucking close some tabs. Bear with me a second here. Hopefully this helps. Bear with me 2 seconds. Big up Keepy. Yeah, I've seen that, brother. That's coming up. We're covering all of that. Don't you worry, my friend. Cool. It should be fine now, right? Let's go back to OBS. Yeah, it should be fine now. It should be fine.
Let's go in there and record. Can we? Can you come in there with me? Can you? Or come in?
Oh, maybe not.
I heard you doing some dumbass shit. I was literally just chilling the whole time.
They didn't find the guy who escorted them out in the first place, and once again he has to ask them to leave again. And I guess this is when he finally got the message.
Hey yo, big up Joe from MIA. Big up Joel from MIA. Big up Joel from MIA. Let's put some fucking, what you call it, birthday party emoji things in the fucking chat. Big up Joe from MIA. What you call it, happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday. Hope you're gonna get waved. Hope you're gonna eat loads of food. Hope you're gonna have a good celebration with your family and friends or whoever, or just pour yourself out a nice one. Pour yourself out a fucking nice one. Birthday party emojis in the fucking chat for Blood Clot Joy from MIA. Well done, brother. You're still here. You're still here. Congratulations.
Said that, oh, I can't stream in here. So he heads out to the parking lot, and this is where another confrontation starts. But it's kind of funny that he also snitched on the other live streamer that was there streaming as well. So, you know. What is that saying? No honor among thieves or something like that?
Right here, right here, right here. Come here. You're filming. I brought my friend. I brought backup. You guys. You can't do it from us.
Oh my god. So look, this guy is so lame, innit? How does this happen, man? How do you become this person? Like, what is wrong with this kid, man? Look, he's streaming too. If he can, God Almighty.
What? You can't be on premises. I was letting you know, like, he was here and you missed him. So your act is recording. I can't have this be on the grounds. You guys gotta go. Are you live streaming? Yeah. He's live too, bro.
But either way, it's hard to piece together precisely what happened next because the whole situation escalates out of nowhere. But all of a sudden, Jack gets into some sort of argument with a dude simply because he drives an Infiniti. I guess that's worth beefing with a random dude about. Also, side note, Infinitis, especially the G37 and the G50, are like some of the most fun cars to get into that are fairly affordable, that are manual and rear-wheel drive.
You had to do that, innit? He had to put that not sponsored thing because it sounds like shilling. Anytime you speak about something enthusiastically when you're making content or online, people immediately think you're shilling. That's how rude. That's how much damage shitty influencers have done to the influencer economy, right? Because in my head, being an influencer was quite a sick thing because you got to kind of big up things that you actually used and that people maybe didn't know about. Like maybe there was a particular, I don't know, maybe there was a particular Walmart own brand moisturizer that you used that was actually better than whatever moisturizer everyone else thinks is really good. And if you've fucking recommended it on your little Instagram page, it will blow up and then you might get, I don't know, a couple free cases of that cream from fucking Walmart sent to you. But nowadays people are getting sent stuff they don't even use by companies that make shitty things, but then being paid handsomely for it. So then you're going online and shilling and pretending it's fucking amazing. So people now can't even make innocent recommendations. Really fucking, well-intentioned recommendations. Say, hey, you know this car that everyone fucking clowns on? It's actually kind of cool. It's actually a pretty good fucking ride. If you don't have that much money, get this. Don't break your bank and get the other thing. But if you say that, people think you're shilling. Ugh. Shitty influencers ruin everything.
That has a decent amount of power. So I don't get the Infiniti hate. There might be a little bit of a stigma with the people who drive them, but hey, pretty much all car brands have their own stigmas. But anyway.
Well, big up personalities. What's that? Look up Edgar G35 meme. Okay, let me hold on. Let's see. Hope my computer doesn't break. Bear with me a second here. Will it go? Is that Edgar G35 meme? Get esto. What is this? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Really? So this is why people don't drive Infinitis. This is why people don't drive Infinitis. Holy shit. Oh my god. First owner, third owner. I told AI average G35 owner. You see Edgar in the clapped out G5 trying to cut up in traffic. Oh my god. First oh, okay. I still think it's a nice car. It kind of reminds me of a Lexus, to be fair. It kind of reminds me of that old, is it LS500? That legendary Lexus that everyone used to drive back in the day. That used to be on all the hip hop videos. It kind of reminds me of a Lexus. So I kind of like it for that. Look at that one. Look at this version. That's quite nice, isn't it? I'd drive that. You wouldn't drive that? That looks fucking hard. Look at that. That looks hard, man. I'd drive that. Knocking my fucking... Playing some fucking karty on through the fucking system. Why not? You guys are hating.
They get into an altercation, and to be fair, the Infiniti driver did initiate this interaction by driving past Jack and saying something to him first.
Hell not. Sir, like that.
Is that an Audi or is that the same car? Oh no, that's the same car, innit?
Hell not.
So is this guy an average G35 owner? Is this guy an average owner of a G35? That kind of persona, black guy with dreads with a colored one. Is that normal? It looks quite nice to me. That looks like a nice car.
Sir, fake ass shit. That shit fake. You wish, buddy, in the infinity head ass.
And obviously, Jack is incentivized to continue to antagonize the guy because he has the hide behind the bodyguard card up his sleeve. So instead of just ignoring.
Honestly, these are some of the best comments. Honestly, some of the people that I rate the most in this chat gave me the most abuse, man. As well as these younger vibes, back to back, right? If you drive that, you wear a labubu on your jeans. I feel so seen. Big up a son of these. Any younger vibes follows. AZ, no offense, but no, we wouldn't, and you wouldn't, and you don't have a license. So I basically don't. Yeah, my opinion is fucking. Isn't fucking isn't valid, but
ignoring this comment and going about his day, he decided to engage and escalate the situation.
Aha! That's the last of an infinity driver.
To be fair, in this instance, it looks like that guy started it. He was minding his own business and that guy said something to him and they got into the back and forth. So whatever happened here, I'm going to say for once, it wasn't Jack Doherty's fault. He's still a bit of a knobhead. Not a bit, he's still a proper knobhead. But I wouldn't say this is his fault. I think that Infinity Driver guy was just looking for a reason. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like him. I don't know. He started it. Infinity guy started it.
What's up? What's up? I don't want nothing from no broke ass shit.
Yeah, Jack definitely has a tendency to
Broke
just turn
shit.
unpleasant moments into major confrontations. After all, it's worth noting that the only reason Jack isn't currently streaming on Kick is because last time he was streaming on Kick, he got banned because someone stream sniped him, slapped the guy, and instead of just, you know, taking that at face value and going, okay, that's just a stream sniper, I'm gonna move on with my day, he decided to chase him down and beat the guy up while live streaming it with his bodyguard. So yeah, that got him permanently banned. But
imagine getting banned from Kick. They're meant to be the platform where you can say just about and do just about anything. Getting banned from there, you are definitely a piece of shit. You are definitely a piece of shit.
But either way, based on his history, things can clearly escalate a lot in a blink of an eye. But at some point during the back and forth between Jack and the Infinity Driver, the guy apparently displays a firearm. From the stream footage, however, though, you probably won't be able to see it for yourself. The Infinity guy is just so distant from him that the details are tough to make out. But according to Jack's reaction, the driver pulled a firearm while he was still in the car. So that escalated pretty quickly here.
Shit, he's about to shoot me.
Crackhead like that, he probably would.
Oh, shit, Dave, he's coming to get me. Oh, come Dave. Dave, go, Sprinter van, go, go, go. I heard my mouth a little too hard. This is where we run, Dave. Run! Run! He's trying to get us! He has a gun!
So clearly, Jack starts to back away from the situation while trash-talking the driver and asking for his bodyguard to cover him. See, I may play...
This is the thing I don't like about him. He didn't start the beef, I know. But like, at least just crash out on the guy and let your bodyguard jump in. This whole like talking shit to the guy behind your bodyguard is just so pussified. Like if you have a bodyguard, at least try and act tough, you know? At least pretend you're tough a little bit. Like fucking hell.
Play vanilla-ish, but Jack, he'll play that card where you can hide behind his bodyguard. He pulls out the Snorlax.
He said, yeah, boy.
Damn right. Damn right. Look at him, he's out of his car. Oh shit, he has a gun. Is that a gun?
He grabbed something.
Huh?
He grabbed something.
Yo, Dave, he's coming towards us. Yo, go, Dave, let me in here. Lock the door.
He's literally running away. He's pretending, he's laughing and giggling like he's not running away, but he is running away. That's a funny thing, you know? He literally is running away. And I love how he's got this van wrapped in his like brand colors. Like this is the same thing that Bert does, isn't it? So I think he wants people to know where he's at all time, which is a really bad move. To have a van that is very, very fucking distinctive and recognizable, but I guess it's part of the whole thing he does, isn't it?
Call the cops.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you actually have money. Sorry. Yeah, no, I like my life. Go, close this shit.
However, the police was really quick to show up, and Jack's behavior just completely 180s. At first, he was clearly scared because of the other guy who allegedly had a firearm who was chasing him down. And now with the police on the scene and his bodyguard nearby, that changes things. So when it was just him and the bodyguard against a potentially armed stranger, he was ready to run. But as soon as the police show up, he's suddenly brave enough to get in the guy's face and start acting like he's been in control of the situation the whole time.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that now. Now I'm like that. What's up? Now what's up? Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I would love to interview that security guard, man. Like, how does it feel working for such a knobhead? I know you gotta get your money, but that security guard must roll his eyes so often. He must roll his eyes into the back of his fucking skull so often. Look at this dude. What is he doing, man? Like, ay, 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 ay.
What's up? What's up? Yeah. Oh. You got the bodyguard and the police. Yeah, and I got them both now. Bodyguard and the police.
What's he doing?
But here's where the story takes this like weird turn, because if he had all the confidence to do this, why did he suddenly get so scared that he fled the scene and left his girlfriend still there?
Go, we're gonna go close the door. Where's my phone? Oh.
That's funny.
That
Dude.
was great. Go. He's gonna get me.
Dude, that was such a funny clip the way you did.
Dave, can we leave, please? I'm so scared. Let's just go leave and come back. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So Jack acknowledges on stream that he's leaving his girlfriend behind, and he says it out loud that Christy is still in the store.
Where's Christy? She's still shopping. What if the guy just goes and gets hurt?
At this point, I feel like I just keep repeating myself, but like I am constantly surprised with Jack at how the bar just keeps lowering for him. But I guess the only thing going for Jack here is that she wasn't in immediate danger as the police was there, but he apparently was still scared enough that he just wanted to flee the scene, leaving her there to begin with. Then on top of that, he of course found some reason to take his shirt off.
My Starbucks coffee. Oh, at least I have this one.
Is that a thing?
Okay, so
Powerful
at the same time,
bunch.
If you see a young Hispanic playing EBK Jabo in a G35 with a body kit, you don't make eye contact and just keep it pushing. That boy is willing to throw it all away and live his life reading letters from his Hainafu.
Yeah. Reading letters from his fucking abuela, you know what I mean, right? Oh my god, more than happy to do that. That's fucking hilarious. Okay, cool. I get what you mean by a G35 now. But again, I'm not from there, so I don't, all these little cultural things, I don't really know. Do you know what I mean? I just see a nice car. I just see a nice sedan, what do you call it? Whatever that fucking version of a car is, right? I just see the nice car that looks, you know, similar to some cars I've seen here. You know, it looks like it rides well. It's 5-seater, or no, 5-door, you know. Probably got comfy seats, a decent stereo, a big fucking boot. That's all I see. That's all I see. Apologies, people. Apologies.
This episode in Jack Doherty's life reveals a lot to us about his character.
By the way, that little thing that he mentioned about the t-shirt, that says more about Atozy. I'm not gonna lie. I like Atozy. That was a weird thing to mention. Oh, he took off his t-shirt again. It's like, why is that an issue? I think he's projecting a bit there. Maybe he's a little bit insecure about taking off his own shirt, but it's a weird thing to kind of get annoyed by. Like, he's taking off his t-shirt. Like, I don't know. It's like shrugging it, I guess. But yeah, big up Atozy anyway. Big up Atozy. Big fan of his channel. Check him out anyway. Jack Doherty. I don't know what's gonna happen to that kid. What's gonna happen to that kid? I'm curious to see how it plays out, because eventually you think he's going to like face the consequences of his constant antagonizing of people. You'd think so, right? You'd think eventually he's gonna face consequences of it, but I don't know. Sometimes people like him just get away with it, you know what I mean? Sometimes people like him just get away with it. So let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Moving on. Let's do DSP. Just a quick one on DSP, just an overview, because I don't really know what's going on. But DSP posted this mysterious comment, this mysterious post that he put up on Twitter, I'm sure as well, but he put it up on his YouTube page as well here, where he basically announced out of the blue that he said, due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm unable to stream today, which was 3 days ago. I have no estimate for when I will be able to stream again. So please stay tuned here for updates. I do hope to return as soon as possible, so stay tuned, and thanks for understanding. So everybody's speculating as to where this guy is. I don't fucking know. If I had to guess off the top of my head, I'd say it's probably his parents. I think that's the only thing that could make DSP stop streaming, because we know how much he loves to stream so he can beg. I don't think he actually enjoys streaming. I think he enjoys begging for money more. He enjoys the daily dopamine hit of getting tips in, getting donations in, super chats in, memberships in, all that sort of stuff, right? I don't think he actually enjoys streaming personally. I don't think so. I don't think he even enjoys playing video games. I think this is just a vessel for him to beg, because I don't think he could. I don't think DSP is like he's brazen. He's very shameless in his begging, right? Very shameless and almost like crackheadish with his begging, right? It's almost like he's almost like he's got an, I guess he's got an addiction with gambling and stuff, and maybe alcohol, but it's very like frantic and nervous and anxious. He's begging, right? It's always coming from like, even though he's not broke, he always sounds like he's coming from a point of being really broke. Like, I'm really desperate. Please, more fucking tips. Let's hit the tip goal. Let's hit. I mean, he's always really frantic about it. So it's always on his mind, and he never takes more days off than he should. I think he streams basically like 6 days a week, twice a day, and every time he basically turns on his computer, every time he clicks start stream on his OBS, he's expecting you to give him 150 minimum. He never is going to admit that. He's going to say, oh no, I'm just happy to get what I got, but really and truly he wants to get 150 minimum per stream. So by minimum he wants like $300 or some shit, right? Now he's a bit reasonable with it. I think he spreads out the $300 across super chats and memberships and subs and shit. Before, that $300 was only from tips. He wouldn't even count super chats. That's how greedy he was back in the day. Back in the day, he wouldn't even count super chats in his total of his 150. He'd only count fucking donations from fucking Streamlabs, you know what I mean? Like, no super chats, no nothing. So at least now he counts it all in, but he also does that so he can kind of, you know, get back on the trolls and kind of prove that he's got a successful business. So with all that being said, someone that's that desperate, that's that fucking fiendish, that's that fucking beggy, they don't take time off. So the fact that he's been away for 3 days, it's going to be soon approaching 4 or 5 days. It doesn't make sense that he's doing it for any other reason apart from his parents. I don't think he'd even do it for Cat. Even if Cat got sick, I don't think he'd take this amount of days off. So I think something's happened with his parents. Maybe he was due to go back and visit them anyway. That could make sense, to be honest. I could definitely see a scenario, which this sounds crazy to say, but I could see a scenario where DSP parents like put their foot down and said, no, you need to come back and visit us. Then he goes back to visit them, and he basically says, oh, if I go and visit you guys need to like make up the difference, you know? So they're basically going to pay for his visit and make sure that he's not losing out on money, because I think DSP, if his parents are sending him fucking Christmas hampers and food to eat at Christmas and shit, and he shared one day that his mum used to fucking brush his hair until he was 17 or whatnot, I think someone like that is definitely still getting money from their parents, even though he's 44 years old. So I could definitely see a scenario where he went back to see his parents and he said, hey, if I'm here for like a week, you have to give me a week's worth of fucking donations, you know, or some shit. So that's fucking crazy to say, but I can see that happening. There's been theories out there about Kat being pregnant. I heard a theory today actually on Detractor Beam that allegedly people are saying that because Kat is really fat, that maybe, you know, there's that thing where really obese women sometimes get pregnant and they don't realize because they're so obese. So maybe that's what happened. Like, she didn't realize she was pregnant, and now suddenly, you know, it's your due date and then you have to give birth and there may be complications and shit. That might be it, which I'm obviously not hoping that's the case, because that'd be sad if that was. I can't think of anything else really that could be the reason. Maybe the other reason, which is a slight reason, maybe Jasper. He does treat that cat like his child, very strangely. So maybe Jasper the cat got ill. That could be possible. But would that mean you'll be away for 3 days? I don't think so. So I'm not too sure what's going on with him, but something is going on with him. And for sure, when he comes back, he's going to use this as a reason to show, look at how people are obsessed with me. No. I'm sure he's going to fucking say that sort of shit. And, you know, what I've noticed anyway, especially on the detractor side of things, I think everybody's enjoyed the break. I'm not going to lie, because watching DSP and following DSP on detractor content, I think the same even with Brendan stuff. I'm sure some of you guys are the same with the Bapper versus Yuriy verse. it can get very depressing. It's very like, because it's also negative, isn't it? Like the DSP stuff, because he's such a piece of shit, like such an awful human being, and it doesn't make sense how someone that awful could be making so much money and could be on the internet streaming so successfully for, well, not successfully, streaming on the internet for so long, despite being a horrible person, right? The begging, the fucking gaslighting, the manipulating, the fucking cult shit going on there. It's weird. So it can be really hard to kind of like, you know, to enjoy the content sometimes, because you're watching it thinking, fuck, you know, this is an awful human being who does everything wrong but never really pays a price for it. So I think the break has been good for some detractors. I'm not going to lie, myself included anyway. Just watching the stuff from other detractor channels, it's been quite good, nice to not have constant updates on my fucking For You page, right, on my homepage of YouTube, to see another video of like, DSP scams his audience again, DSP says this, DSP. I mean, it's kind of nice to not see that negative stuff online. So as much as DSP likes to act like, oh, the detractors, they don't have me, they don't eat, it's like, actually, if you disappeared forever, I think everyone's mental health would improve. I'm not gonna lie, I think people's mental health would improve, because at least, especially for me, like my faith in karma would come back, you know, because I've said it previously, you know, ad nauseum now, that my belief in karma had to be completely eradicated because of locals. Because locals by definition are pretty awful people, but you know, there are some who are harmless, but for the most part they're all fucking bullshit, horrible people. And some of the biggest locals out there are super successful and have been doing content for like 10 plus years, and they've got a fan base, and you're like, how do you have fan bases and you're awful people? So yeah, don't know what's happening. Hope it's nothing too crazy. As much of a fucking piece of shit he is, you don't want to fucking hope it's anything lethal or fatal. But I can only think the only reason why he would take time off is because of his parents, because this guy is incredibly selfish. So I don't think, honestly, I don't think he would even take this time off for his fucking wife. I doubt it. So I think he's only taking time off because of his you know, of his parents. Maybe they're in ill health or something. Touch wood or not, maybe that's the case. Let's read some comments actually under the post to see what people are saying. I'm going to actually sort it by, yeah, let me just sort it by top comments. Fuck it, doesn't matter. I'm going to put this hiatus down as a detractor's fault. And actually, I'm wondering, does he approve all these then? Because the DSP is really fucking paranoid about shit. So this must mean he's okay if he's approving these comments. There's nothing really wrong. Because I don't think your comment will show up straight away if you comment, because if so, this would have way more comments than 96. He's definitely approving some, or all of them. Another one says, great stuff, hope it's longer. Another person says, if he's been off for 5 days, it must be serious. Then again, what constitutes as serious for Phil may not be what most of us would call serious, but never say never. Or as Connery did in 1983, never say never again. And no update since the post, so either where's the update? It's stream time. His mum died, I'm guessing. Jesus Christ, people. Huh? He will say he's ruined again, all days off. No feel I can eat now. Okay. You know what's funny about the mum going or passing away? People have suggested as well. He's definitely one of those people, if he was to get fucking an inheritance or something from his parents, he wouldn't say. He would definitely hide that from his audience. No matter how much the inheritance wants, he'd definitely hide that. Or if he didn't hide it, he would just continue begging. Like, it wouldn't matter. Like, okay, cool, let's go. It doesn't, that inheritance doesn't count. Let's start fucking going from the beginning. Who's gonna give me $150? Who's gonna give me $150? You know, he'd be on that straight away. So that gives you an insight about how much of a piece of shit he is. Another person says it's a Comcast outage. Someone suggesting that Comcast, his internet provider, his ISP, has been down in his area, and that's why he hasn't been able to stream. And it's been like a, you know, an outage for a number of days, so he just decided to take the day off instead of trying to fight it. They say it's a Comcast outage. It's super easy to look up, and DSP's vague messaging here is really unnecessary. He knows people will speculate about his well-being. Yeah, true. He loves it. He acts like he doesn't love the drama, but he loves it, of course. Another person says here, UPS. Okay, cool. So let's go to Doody. Doody streams. Big up Doody streams. Doody streams, one of the premier DSP detractors, posted this. Look how fucking crazy the fucking local detractor universe is. Some UPS driver or USPS driver, whichever one it was, I guess delivered something to to DSP's house or something, right? Or something on those kind of lines, and sent a picture of the delivery box outside of DSP's house to Doody to prove that he is okay or whatever, because I guess he had to sign for this. And it's like kind of weird, but you know, again, DSP is a weird person. He attracts weird fans and he attracts weird detractors. But it's hilarious to see this. So this is Coach of Doody Streams. He says, okay, fine. DSP is in CT visiting his parents. He recently received this in the mail. Don't ask how I know. I just know he'll be back on Friday. So Doody's saying DSP will be back on Friday. Let's see if he's back on Friday. But that's the post, as you can see there, of the parcel being delivered at a residence that could be DSP's. We don't know. But allegedly he was sent that by an informant. An informant sent that over to Doody Streams. Funny to see, funny to hear, funny to see. So let's see what happened to that guy. He's fucking annoying. I'm glad he's gone for the time being, to be fair. He's giving everyone a good break. Hopefully he comes back and he isn't as much of a cunt as he usually is, but that's probably unlikely. That's probably unlikely. Moving on. Retroactive. Big up Blood Clot. Retroactive. A new video from Retroactive just dropped 5 hours ago, actually. So big up Retroactive. You know I love reacting to his videos. He makes great fucking videos and great fucking points. This one is Brendan Schaub realizes he's being sued mid-podcast. So let's check out Retroactive's video and let's see what he's saying. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up everybody watching. I appreciate you.
He might be the survivor. Look at his face.
So 13 people, including the pilot, survived.
Yeah, I don't fuck with any of that, man.
That guy looks like he survived it.
Yes. He looks like he's so
look
scared.
Look at his eyes. Let me see what he says. You can tell he just went through hell. Look at his eyes.
I don't think he says
He's not
anything.
doing well.
The realization, that's my fate.
He has a very, like, he can't hide his emotions from his face, isn't it? He has one of those faces that just, you know, it gives it away. He has a horrible poker face. Horrendous poker face.
Oh no, not that channel again. No, not potential truth. Brendan leaning in to learn about his newest lawsuit mid-podcast on his producer Chin's algorithm. Post getting the most redacted haircut he's ever had. Well, 100 out of 10. Thank you, universe. Still, imagine going from that to your boss Brendan asking why is that channel being recommended to you? Even funnier is imagining Brendan watching it to understand his own lawsuit, then calling Lex with his next moves. Ah, it'd be glorious. Almost as good as Chris D'Elia learning his alleged crimes were on Rolling Stone mid-podcast. We don't know if he...
Oh yeah, that was a good one. He was pulling all kinds of faces, isn't it? All kinds of faces, man. In the end, it didn't really matter, to be honest, because he's doing perfectly fine and Chris D'Elia's fans don't seem to care about all the girls he may have abused or not. But at the time, it was fucking hilarious.
already been served yet, but probably not from that face. We do know he was served the legal documents in a Lefty's Pizza, the funniest place he possibly could get served, really. The CBD-based $1 million lawsuit's big problem isn't the $400k paid to Brendan for no marketing payoffs, allegedly. It's the 10% of the business sold off to KGB Mad Lads, as the text messages seem to indicate. Hilarious to see how Brendan Shawbanese transcends even text messages. However, YouTuber Podcast Cringe's lawyer-minded breakdown reveals that Brendan could be completely fine. His legal response indicates he was the useful idiot and didn't have 10% ownership at the time they had him sign the paperwork that hasn't been submitted as of yet. If there's no evidence of the 10% sell-off, he'll probably get through it without serious consequences. Maybe some money back to Brady for the $400k and no marketing payoffs alleged, or maybe the IRS take a look, but probably not. Plus if it...
Classic, innit? Classic Brendan. Just when you think he's down, he manages to fucking crawl his way back up again. Man, just to get away with it once again.
It's true Schaub is an alleged rich kid, well, surely Papa can help him out and get the biggest beast lawyers around. We should have plenty of gadooshing ahead either way, as lawsuits always take 1,000 years to sort out. So, back to Brendan being the best boss in the world and an unintentional genius at being funny to observe. We also had Shin almost fired after 10 plus years for not plugging the video or audio cables all the way in.
Dropping hot fucking takes, dude. Oh, no. I come in here, work my ass off, dude. Chingos.
I wonder if the reason why he's complaining anyway about this is a minor thing. It probably happens quite often in many pods. I wonder it's because they're really not used to recording twice, you know? They don't really do they don't do like re-records. I don't think I've ever heard of them do that. Like even with the ad reads, like Brennan doesn't ever re-record them. Even if you know, marble mouths his way through or stutters or mispronounces something, he never re-records his ad reads. He just does them that one time only. So maybe that's why he got so pissed off at Chin not plugging in the cable, because he's never had to re-record anything. You know what I mean? It's just hit record and we just go. As his mantra is, just, you know, I just go. That's probably why he got so annoyed.
Man, we have to do it again. I went,
oh no.
What?
He gets mad like that ep was a real banger when nobody watches Schaub's show nor would notice.
Chin,
exactly.
The cord came out and we lost all the footage. All the footage. Yeah. In my head, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna.
I don't know. I'm not having it, man. Not gonna lie, I'm not having it. If I'm Chin and I work as hard as, you know, even though what he does is not the hardest and he probably makes it more hard work than what it is. If I'm Chin and I'm getting talked to like this, you know, or I'm being spoken about like this, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, man. He does way too much for that fucking pod. He literally, you know, fucking left his home state to go all the way over there, or not his home state, I guess, you know, but he basically up sticks and move, committed to them full time all the way to the end, and he's been spoken about in this way for one mistake. Come on, man, give the guy a break.
Fire Chin in Texas, even though he just moved here. We'll figure it out.
Well, he would learn a
but
lesson.
Then I get a text. Congratulations, Tiger made the team. I went, Chin, it's your lucky day, buddy. Chin goes, dude, my track record. Come on, one time in 10 years. I go, it's a big time though, dude.
Yeah, and when
it's not really a big time though, is it? He's acting as if he's recording a show reel. He's acting like he's recording a fucking sizzle reel for fucking I don't know, ESPN or something. You know, like it's an audition tape. It's not. Relax. Or even if it was an audition tape, just re-record it. It's not that fucking deep. Like it's a shitty fucking MMA show you're doing with fucking Jesse on Fire. Don't worry, you can just re-record it.
Even Eric Griffin, Mr. Potato Head, could point out having to pay his own way, that being treated like that just after moving across the country for your boss is
exactly.
Well, pure Schaub.
Exactly.
But lucky you, Chin. Schaub got good news at that moment, so your entire life isn't ruined now. Of course, the two alleged rich kids have no understanding or care factor for that, egging on firing Chin, even if Chin is a questionable producer much of the time.
Chin, Australia is like 7 days ahead of us, so if it's...
I've been to Australia. It's amazing. Do I have to know it's not in Europe? Like, what?
Yes,
why?
you do.
I've been to Australia many times. It's amazing. Do I have to know it's not in Europe? Is such a weird sentence. Like I don't think you're ever gonna look at Snaz's face. That's the perfect expression. Hearing that, that's the perfect expression. Why do I have to know Australia is not in Europe? What? Like, why don't you know that? Chin fighting for his right to be ignorant. Chin fighting for his right to be fucking dumb is so fucking funny, man. He got so mad. But I like how he got them back the next episode. The next episode he got them back by asking them stuff about their, you know, fields and shit. But oh, so funny, man, so funny.
You do.
Is that what?
And hold it.
Yeah, do you remember that? When Chin thought he could hold the same note as Pavarotti. He said, yeah, I could do that. Chin is a legend. Honestly, Chin is legendary. I swear to God.
It's an empathy thing people who have had everything provided for famously struggle with.
You're a comic and you grow up poor or whatever, unless you like, you know, from a rich family like you.
Dude, we got money when I was in my teens.
No, I'm just teasing you.
Yeah. Damn. Eric trying to win us back by calling Chris out for being privileged. Good one, Mr. Head. Do Brendan next, Eric. He's in Texas now. He can't neck crank you from there, like the alleged one on Chin. Regardless of that, sucks to be a Schaub producer trying to find a new home post Schaub. Let me tell you, that can't be easy. Not the best work experience around after a single Google search. Anyway, on the latest Golden Hour, it gets much, much worse.
He's like, yo, man, here's 10 grand, first class ticket, come to New York, Cassidy's here, insert J-Lo's here. I'm like, dude, keep the money.
I love how you can't pronounce Cassidy. Oh, Cassie, sorry. Cassidy. The fucking legendary Philadelphia battle rapper, Cassidy. You can't say Cassie. Like, it's really that hard to say Cassie. Cassidy's fucking hilarious, man. Cassidy.
Come to New York. Cassidy's here. Insert J-Lo's here. I'm like, dude, keep the money, buddy. Keep the money. Just have a big black dick out.
I'm not judging.
Boys there.
And I think he'll get out in a year and a half, and maybe even get house arrest or something. They're not going to get him on the racketeering.
For what, Eric?
Oh, because he clearly is guilty of the transportation for prostitution.
Nope. Because they got them on record with those hoes agreeing to it and a payment.
Is that? By the way, is that Addy Rage? No, is that Addy Rage? Is that too much nicotine? Now look at him again. He's like wired, isn't it? No. Where's that from? Addy, nicotine, energy drinks. Like fucking hell.
Nope. Because they got them on record with those hoes agreeing to it and a payment.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Man, I don't think he's going to prison for that.
Oh yes, let's defend Diddy. I don't know. Allegedly poisoning Jamie Foxx and blowing up Cuddy's car, and I don't know. Park, Biggie, who knows what else, and who knows for sure. But when enough goddamn people say insane stories about the diddler, that's not enough. Having the original alleged diddler, Mr. Potato Head, and the internet's most loved comedian tackle the topic by being very pro-Diddy. I mean, wow, best podcast around, guys. You make...
But I guess they kind of have to be pro-Diddy, because I think they all deep down regret buckling to counterculture, I think. Instead of just not being douchebags and not doing the things that they were accused of, I think they all regret how they reacted to counterculture. I think they would have, now that some time has passed and they've all still have got careers, because I think a lot of these guys, when they go through what they go through, the worst, they probably are fucking catastrophizing and thinking they're going to be working in fucking Target next, which is never going to happen because they're all rich and they obviously got a baked in fan base that's never going to leave them. But I think now that they realize that, oh shit, I'm not like desolate anymore, right? I'm okay. I think they're all thinking back, shit, we should have probably fought a bit harder during counterculture thing. But they're still forgetting that the things that they were accused of weren't like minor things, you know? Chris D'Elia wasn't accused of being like a bit handy with some girls. He was accused of some pretty sick shit. Do you know what I mean? Not even including the stuff about, hitting up young girls and waiting until they turn 18, all that sort of madness. Like, he was accused of some pretty dicey stuff, but I guess because he's been accused of that sort of stuff and he kind of got away scot-free, when he sees somebody else going through a similar situation, he kind of inserts himself by overly defending them. And Brenda does the same thing because he wished probably he would have done the same thing for Bryan when he originally got accused of his, R-word shit. But yeah, it's fucking bizarre, like absolutely bizarre. But again, it makes sense because they've all been cancelled. I think most people that go through a cancellation that they've gone through are usually on the side of people who are being cancelled when they go on social media. It always fucking happens. The only person I think who's got like an actual defense of Diddy that isn't baked in counterculture shit is probably Schaub, formerly of No Jumper. Schaub thinks Diddy's innocent. He thinks Bill Cosby's innocent. He just got like he's got one of those like deranged brains that he thinks, the reason why Diddy got accused of what he got accused of is because he tried to sue Diageo, the company that owns Ciroc and stuff. He's got one of those type of brains. It's all big conspiracy. He thinks Cassie is fucking Ghislaine Maxwell and shit. So it's like, well, it is what it is, those people. They can't be saved.
These videos easy. Pretty much every channel of all types reacted to the Diddy verdict like world equals corrupt. But not the golden hour, no. Not Jewel Rich Kid McGee. Allegation and lawsuit kings they are. Let's glaze.
Yeah, big up our silence, exactly. Yeah, D'Elia did all that, but what about his father? No one's asking about the real victim, exactly.
So hard the Diddler #2 invites us to his baby oil gatherings. A true career revival strategy. At this point, who knows? All of these ridiculous online figures walk right into their own traps. Next we'll have Schaub become a lawyer or something and D'Elia a leader of a women's rights group.
I'd love that.
Maybe Eric can advocate for not trying to get Lyft drivers fired. But it gets worse. Take this clip in and let it fester on your brain.
Yeah.
Nah, T was in summer camp. There was this 12-year-old girl. 12-year-old girl looked like Kevin Durant with tits, man. I was like, bud, you gotta hit her once, dude.
I've got that clip. I've got that clip.
You just gotta do it once, and then she'll know not to fuck with you. He was so scared, though.
Yeah, I get it.
I wish when I was younger, my dad told me stuff like that. Because...
Damn. What did he teach you, Chris?
He bullied all three of you? Yeah. He was Yago. At the same time, he was Yago. Some hoe shit, doc. He didn't eat that night.
Yeah, he should have
I don't know if YouTube guidelines or the universe appreciates Brendan allegedly making fun of kids on the podcast, nor telling embarrassing stories their peers could hear. Everything is content in 2025, sadly. You'd hope that last part is comedian doing joke, but Schaub handed in his comedian license to Master of the Universe Joseph Rogaine, so it can't be. Fight back, yes, but wow. 10 out of 10 parenting. We could probably sell it to Dr. Phil for his next parenting book. We also had Joe Rogan attacked for his cold plunges and kettlebells. The shock and awe.
I never do cold plunges.
I don't get anybody who does it unless you're a professional athlete. Oh, do you have so much inflammation from your kettlebell workouts?
Clearly some trouble in...
I don't mind this, to be fair, because it's a nice breather. Because I sometimes have to watch this fucking podcast to get clips, or when sometimes I put you guys through it too. It's the constant mentions of Rogan, the sucking up of Rogan is just too much. So it's actually been a nice break since they've moved to Austin, Texas, where you can clearly see they're not on best of terms, or at least Brendan is anyway with Rogan, that they don't mention him as much, you know. And Callen is very conscious that Brendan's comedy career or lack thereof is a very sore spot, so he doesn't mention the Comedy Store or the Mothership too much. I feel like Bryan really wants to talk about the Mothership and how great it is and the money and the people that go there and how, you know, whatever, all that stuff, right? But he kind of, you know, he pulls back on it. So it's been a really, really nice thing to not have Rogan mentioned every fucking episode. Clearly, I love it.
Sure, Roganville is no Mothership, no podcast episode. Eric's question hits old Brendan, probably led to such an outburst later on once Bryan was back from holidays.
Do you go over to Rogan's and get brown sugar or something like that? Like you go, hey,
nope.
Do you guys have?
Door.
Do you have
Joe?
No,
do you have any?
He's like 15 minutes away from me. We're both on the lake.
He's like 15 minutes. He didn't say he goes there, though, does he? With those fucking lips as well, man. So bizarre getting your lips pumped like that when you're a dude. But anyway, he didn't mention he goes there, did he? He just says he's 15 minutes away from him, but he didn't mention that he went to visit. I wonder why.
Lake, he's on a different lake. He's on like the rich lake. My lake's cool, but he's on the rich lake.
And Bryan's on a swamp.
Then we get all three of them. Kiss the ring, as Jeff Dye put it.
Bryan lives in Waco where that accident happened.
He's always fighting with Schultz, and then he's like always saying shit about Rogan, some liberal guy, and he's saying some things that I wish I would see him say it in front of him. You know, that kind of shit.
What does that even mean? Someone saying shit about Rogan on the internet. You wish he said, like, why? What? Isn't that the whole point? Rogan talks shit on the internet. Why can't people talk shit about him on the internet? Why does it always need to be like, oh, I wish you say it to my face? It's like, huh? What? Like, like it always comes from people like Eric as well that probably get a lot of hate online, and he thinks that, oh, these people would never say it to my face. Maybe they wouldn't, but maybe some would. But then, what would that prove? If someone did say it to your face, what does that validate what they're saying? Does it invalidate it? Like, what does that actually display? What does that determine? What does that make you feel? Oh no, they said it to my face. Now it's better for you. Weird.
Shit. Oh my god.
No, that's the way the internet works, and he'll get views off, you know, talking bad about Rogan.
Yeah, well,
that's a new thing now.
It's the new thing now. Yeah, it's the new thing now. Of course, it's only started recently. This, isn't it? Shitting on people on the internet. It's only started recently. God Almighty, these guys are special. And again, they have to be a special victims too. They can't be the normal victims. It only started recently because of us, right? We're not only victims, we're special victims.
Heard that's a new thing, Brendan. Eric mentions Jack Schlossberg, JFK's grandson, calling Rogan a short. What a timeline we're in, seriously. And the room of Rogan wave riders all defend their daddy after like 5 to 10 minutes of them being like, who the hell is that? I guess the lack of research at this point is to fill time, but JFK's grandson hates Rogan and JFK Jr., his cousin apparently, for saying Kennedy was offed by intelligence agencies. Saying the truth is sadder than the myth, whatever that actually means, who knows for now. Of course they move to the keyboard warrior defense. People will say what they think about others to their face. It does happen. Not everyone is Joe Rogan and sucks up to the guest after previously saying negative things.
That guy?
Yeah, that's him.
Never heard of him.
I actually haven't
I
until right now.
literally, I've never heard
typewriter. What is it? Typewriter warrior?
Yeah,
or,
keyboard.
Keyboard warrior. Keyboard.
Typewriter warrior, you know, fucking hell. All right, Boomer. Big up Coda Chrome. AZ, do you clip all the Tfatk stuff yourself, or is there a clip farm you get them from? Now recently I've started to clip them myself, but most of the clips I did before I got them from the Tfatk subreddit, the Fight and the Kid subreddit. They usually post all the clips on there from the show, but nowadays I'm starting to watch it myself and clip it so I can just get, because sometimes, you know, the stuff that I might find interesting, maybe someone didn't clip on the Reddit, or it's just a nice, you know, way to kind of get more familiar with the fucking content. But it is soul crushing. I'm not going to lie. Watching that shit by yourself, it's fucking soul crushing. It's just as bad as it is watching it on stream. But you know, I try and do it for the betterment of the content, because sometimes putting you guys through that feels like abuse. So yeah, I sacrifice myself for you.
Keyboard, you dumb.
Regardless of politics or family beef, there are many who just see through Joe for being hypocritical. Joke theft, elephant graveyards.
Hey yo, big up Yuri. Yuri's in the chat. Big up Yuri. Yuri, why are you telling me to get a life for? If that is the real Yuri, why are you telling me to get a life? I think I've been fairly fair with you, mate. I think I've been fairly fair when it comes to covering the stuff that you've been doing. I'm pretty sure I haven't been that mean. I've been fairly fair. I've been fairly fair when it comes to you, brother. Nice glasses. How much do they cost? £2 on Temu. No, I think 120, 165, and on AliExpress. I didn't get them on Temu. I get them on AliExpress, not on Temu. AliExpress. But why are you what you call it? Why are you telling me to get a life, brother? Why should I get a life? Let me know in the stream chat. Why should I get a life? I think you're doing some great stuff. I didn't agree with some stuff, but you know, that's the way of the internet. But I think I've been fairly fair to you, brother. I think when you consider how harsh, how rude some people have been about you and your misses online, I think I've been fairly nuanced and balanced when it comes to the coverage of you, my friend. But hey, I understand if you didn't like it. I understand. It's okay.
Dismantlement of a video getting 4 million views, and so many other things have led to that hammer drop on the Rogan friend circle. Outside of the ones actually making decent work like Shane Gillis, Duncan with Midnight Gospel, Theo Von with his podcast almost overtaking Rogan on the charts. Take a Tim Dillon rant and compare it to Joe's.
By the way, on that point of Theo Von's podcast overtaking Tim's, Theo Von's podcast overtaking Rogan's, do we think it has to do with Theo just being amazing and getting great guests? Or does it have to do with Rogan's podcast going down the dumps since he's become a MAGA guy, since he's become Elon Musk's fucking nut hugger? Like, has Rogan's show just got worse and Theo's show's just the same? Or has Theo's show gotten really good and Rogan's show has gotten worse over the years? Like, what's happened? Because I do feel like I watch way more Theo nowadays than I've ever do watch Rogan. And I didn't think that before. But nowadays I definitely spend my time watching way more Theo than I do Rogan.
Sucking at the billionaire boot that is Elon and Mark Zuckerberg endlessly, and you really solidify a lot of long-term fans leaving the show for good. Well, meanwhile, Brendan continues his streak. Now Tupac is his target.
Make some more fucking tracks, dude. Like, just dribble, you know?
That's racist.
God. Tupac in there with another dude because he's gay as fuck, right? We've been over this.
He was raised for his mother. He was raised by his mother's dad left. That's why.
But what if he was gay?
Oh, yeah.
Would you stop listening to his music? I don't give a shit.
Go off, Bandor Schaub. You're a genius.
But I have put on a little bit of weight. And then I'm going to be at Madison Square Garden with Matt Rife on the 18th and 19th.
Damn, dude. I'm sure his fans can't wait.
Ouch. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine going to a Matt Rife show and then you got fucking Eric Griffin opening? I know allegedly he's meant to be really good at stand-up comedy, but fuck that. You're going to see Matt Rife and then Eric Griffin opens. Nah, no thank you, man. I'm just going to come when Matt... Just let me know when Matt Rife starts. I'm not coming to see fucking Eric Griffin. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. But big up Retroactive. Appreciate Retroactive for always making great fucking videos. Check out Retroactive's channel. That's his channel right there. Retroactive is a fucking G. I love Retroactive. Big up Retroactive. Big up Retroactive. Okay, let's continue. Riley, okay, I don't think this is a real Riley G. There's a fake Riley G here. Stop picking on Yuriy, or I'll start an OnlyFans and make Bonnie Blue look like Mother Teresa. Honestly, no. Let's allow the Riley fucking slander in the stream chat. Let's allow the Riley slander. Let's allow the Yuriy slander. Okay, let's allow it. If Yuri's upset and he's not happy about the things I've said about him, I'm not here to make people unhappy. I thought I was being fair, but let's not attack them, you know? We're just commenting on stuff we see on the internet. No need to get personal, no need to create fake accounts and stuff and troll. Let's just comment on the stuff they do and say. That's what I leave it to. Whatever these guys post on the internet, I comment on. But I don't go any further than that. You know what I mean? Let's just leave it at that. Let's be fair. Let's be fair to these people. I don't know, but if Yuriy is still here watching, or anybody else connected to the guy, I'd love to know, like, at this point, right? If everyone seems to have an issue with you in your inner circle, or that used to be in your inner circle, like, at what point do you think to yourself, maybe it's me? Or does it ever happen? Or do you think you are, or do you think everyone around you, or everyone that used to be around you, is the problem, and you're misunderstood, or they started it like, well, when does that ever happen? Does that ever happen? That's the thing that I would love to know. Like, because it seems like everybody Yuriy was friends with isn't friends with him anymore, and they all have a valid reason why they're not friends with him anymore, you know? It's forget all of us on the internet, forget all us commentators, detractors, trolls, haters. Everybody in these inner circles gone. It's basically just him and Riley. And I don't know about you, but I think, you know, I'm sure some of you guys are the same. You've all had like mates and stuff. It's never good when your friend becomes like all about their girlfriend, you know? It's never good when your friend becomes all about their girlfriend and doesn't have any time to spend with the boys, doesn't have any friends, that just completely kind of, you know, makes their world their girlfriend. You got to kind of have a little bit of a balance, you know? Friends that you can kind of hang out with, go back to, you know what I mean? So the fact that they're kind of sticking to each other and they're not letting anybody else get in there, or they're not listening to anybody's opinion when it comes to how they treat each other, what they say, it's a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy, that isolating yourself in that way. It's a bit strange, you know? It almost feels like they're isolating themselves to avoid criticism, to avoid feedback, to avoid outside opinions. And maybe that's not the right way to go. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're okay with it. I don't know. It's just a bit, it's a shame really. It's a real shame, because I did enjoy their content together. They did great stuff. And obviously they were friends, and you know, they all left no jumper at kind of the same time, start reconnected, and it kind of didn't really go where it was meant to go. That's the only disappointing thing. So if I was Yuriy, I would ask that, you know, if he was around, I would ask like, hey, do you ever think that maybe you might be the problem? Is it everybody else's fault? Can this ever be recovered? Can this ever be repaired? You were once friends at one point. Has it gone past the point of no return? Like, wild go on, man. Wild go on. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I would love to know. Talking about loving to know, actually, because Yuriy was here, why not? Let's just fucking finish. Let's just finish that video we were watching from Big Chat Small World. Let's finish that Big Chat Small. Actually, no, let's not finish that. Let's go on Reconnected. They were talking about Yuriy on here. This was live, right? It's not live anymore, but no, I think it's still live now. They were talking about Yuriy on Reconnected. So let's hear what they were saying. They were talking about the beef, so I want to hear what these guys are saying. These were Yuri's former podcast co-host.
Could really seem like it come to a conclusion is if y'all fucking get down.
Let's rewind a little bit. Let me rewind a little bit. Let me rewind a little bit and see what they're saying.
At the end of
Let's rewind a little bit, rewind a little bit.
But when you take it to those levels,
let's go back a bit. Let's see. Press play. Come on.
Talk shit, you know, like.
Let's go. Wait a second. 1 second. 1 second.
They were really the ones that hung out.
Back a bit more. And in case you're wondering, this is about Yuriy and Potlord. Yuriy and Potlord are having beef. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just replay a little bit of that video so you can see what I'm talking about. But Yuriy and Potlord had a bit of beef, so they're commentating on that. Or commenting on that. Commentating. Where's Big Chat Small World? Ah, fuck's sake. Where's that fucking tab? Do I have it? Is that it? Nope. Okay, cool. Let's do it here. I'll quickly replay the start of that Big Chat Small World. It's only 7 minutes anyway. and then we can continue. Okay, bear me 1 second so you can get some context of what we're talking about. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Smash the like, hit subscribe. You know what I mean? All that good shit. Yeah, Yuriy and Potlord were best friends. Now they hate each other. We'll go to the beginning and then we'll just replay it, and then I'll play it all the way through to the bit that we stopped, and then we'll go back to Reconnected, and then we go from there. Okay, bear with me a second, people. Bear with me a second. Bear with me a second. Yeah, let's go to the beginning. Boom. There we go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Look how quickly they replaced him with Hispanic Yuriy in the red. That guy that tries to
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. There is not any beef close to a Yuriy and Potlord beef. This is the most entertaining beef in the No Jumper universe, and I think it has something to do with like how good of friends they were at one point, and just how they're just like such mortal enemies now. And Yuriy had took to his Instagram story recently to talk about Potlord. And honestly, this shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I don't know why he keeps talking about people's kids. He says, I remember Potlord and his crackhead looking
I would love
girl.
to know as well, by the way, why did this happen? Why did this happen out of the blue? Why did you? But I think he has a tendency to do this, isn't it? I think he did this to fucking Lush too. Like, he doesn't reply to you straight away, then he waits ages and then replies out of the blue, and then it seems like he started a beef when he didn't, you know? I wonder why he does that. Sometimes I know it's annoying to go tit for tat for people, but sometimes if you're doing this whole internet beef thing, you might as well just go tit for tat, you know, dub for dub plate, this for this in the moment, and then when it's done, it's done. But Yuriy kind of like, you know, he goes back and forth with you, then you just leave it and ignore and just keep streaming and won't say nothing. And then like 2 months later, he'll just wake up and be like, I remember Potlord and his crackhead looking girl. It's like, bro, whoa, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? So I wonder what sparked this reaction. What did he see online that got him triggered to write this?
You can't be calling people's girl that. Come on, he's gonna get his ass beat. He said, I remember Potlord and his crackhead looking girl used to leave their infant daughter at home with a nanny cam and drive an hour away to get drunk at my house.
Big up MM in the stream chat. Now Toke started it by making fun of his walk around for $200 stream. That's what popped it off. Oh, so that video of Toke walking around in his socks saying, the stream chat wouldn't give him $200 to walk around. That was before this Instagram story. Are you sure? I think I saw this before on Reddit. I think I saw this first and Potlord's thing after. Or maybe somebody just uploaded it incorrectly. Or uploaded it, you know, whatever. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Fair. So Yuriy didn't start it for once. Yuriy didn't start it. That's good. That's good to know.
LOL, what a sad excuse for a dad and mom. Imagine doing that just so you can leech some viewers. All right, now let's call a spade a spade. Now, if Potlord and his girl were really leaving their daughter at home alone so they can go get drunk and party, that's crazy. Like, you need your kid taken away if you're doing that type of shit. That's not good. But I kind of don't believe it, because why would you just say this now? Why wouldn't you say this then? Why wouldn't you cut them off then? You know, even if they're your friends, that's not, hey man, ain't no friend of mine doing some shit like that. That's crazy. And just makes you look bad, because you're just like, wait, you held it in till now? When now y'all got beef, you're like, oh, you're actually a bad dad. I don't know, man. I don't believe it. Yuriy then goes on to say, bro, shitlord, you're a bum. You leech off everyone, including your wife. You said you don't even like her or find her attractive. No wonder you can't stop thinking about Riley. LMAO. Quit while you're ahead, bud. I got texts to drop.
On this point he made about Potlord flexing his wife's money, is that an issue for you guys? Like, would you think someone's like, because Potlord clearly makes his own money from streaming. Maybe it's not the same amount of money that, what's her name, Ali gets from her parents. But, you know, they're married, isn't it? They're married with a child. They live together and everything. So it's like, obviously, whatever they make is like for the family anyway. So you should be flexing. Like, if you're ASAP Rocky, can you not flex that you're like with Rihanna? Is that weird? Like, why would that be weird? She makes a lot of money. You make some as well. But it's like, why would that be like a thing to like, oh, you don't have your own money? It's like, yeah, I have some, but she has more. But then we put it together, we have loads. What's wrong with that? I never understood that as a diss. It's weird if like maybe if Potlord was making it seem as if he has all this money, like that money that he makes or that they've got as a family, it's all his. But I never get that impression, you know. I don't know. It's strange thing to kind of like diss somebody about. Oh, your wife has got money, and why is that a bad thing?
So Yuriy said he's coming with the receipts. He's saying Potlord doesn't really like his girl like that. Like, he doesn't even find her attractive, and he finds Riley way more attractive than his own girlfriend. So Potlord sees all this and he's like, all right, let's get active. He goes, LMAO, bro got $200 dono gold to walk around. Just get another job, gang. You already got 2. And then he starts posting some videos. Let's check it out.
Yuriy, this would a $200 dono gold look like, you bitch nigga. There's another 200. There's 200 over there. There's 200 over there. There's $200 over there. You bitch ass. $200 to walk around. Nigga, you's a bitch and you broke, nigga. Suck my nigga. You and your fat.
You know what's interesting about this beef? Like, I'm just thinking about it now. Like, it's a hard one to care about because both people are really unlikable in their own way, innit? Let's be real. If you're original fucking disconnected, reconnected fan, you would have known like people didn't really fuck with Potlord like that. Toke, you know what I mean? Him and Yuriy were probably 2 of the most unlikable people from that cast. So it's a little bit hard to like.
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up JU for life. Big up JU for life. Big up JU for life. What a fucking legend. Big up JU for life. Big up JU for life. Appreciate you. Appreciate JU for life. Thank you for the fucking membership bomber. Thank you for the membership bomber. 10 gifted memberships. You're a fucking G. Big up JU for life. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you so much. Big up everybody that gets a gifted membership. Make sure you say thank you for JU for life. That's a massive one. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Fat ass bitch. Yo,
Powerful bunch.
A tut on your ass, nigga. We smoking harmonious gang up here, nigga. F y'all niggas.
Oh, sorry. Big up J for life. I didn't read your message. Missed the last show, but for 10 members.
Powerful
10
bunch.
members for 10 in a row. Much love, G. Appreciate the hours of nonsensical entertainment. Yeah, we're here for that, brother. We're here for the nonsensical entertainment. This is the nonsensical entertainment headquarters. You get me? The NHQ. This is the
Powerful
NHQ.
bunch.
NHQ. Yeah, exactly. Big up Crambo. Yes, exactly. JU supports Berlin ketamine trips. Exactly. Exactly. Bayu is a fan of supporting techno tourism and ketamine funded.
Powerful bunch.
Ketamine, MDMA, cocaine, weed, lean, dance floor research studies.
Yo, harmonious gang. Since y'all couldn't give my boy 200
Powerful bunch.
I'm gonna walk around on 200 for him. You feel me? It's actually more than that. So I'm gonna just walk around for y'all. $200 socks. You will fail me. Probably more. I don't even know. I don't be checking that shit. I don't see that shit in my account. But yeah.
Powerful bunch.
There's a $200 dono go. You stupid ass niggas.
So yeah, you know, Potlord's just flexing on Yuriy. While, you know, Yuri's kind of going through some financial hardships right now. The streaming's not doing as well as it used to. He doesn't have the
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up big up Two Swords. Big up Two Swords. I hate that powerful bunch sound thing. Should I replace it? I might actually make a poll. Actually, I'll do a poll on the community page. I'll do a poll on the community page if I should replace a powerful bunch notification. Let me know. I'll do a little poll and then maybe you can vote, or maybe I'll have different options. You can vote which one you want. Big up Young Old Vibes. Don't give him too much money, he'll disappear.
Powerful bunch.
Not true. Don't listen to Young Old Vibes. Don't listen to Young Old Vibes. She's lying. Don't listen to Young Old Vibes. She's a fucking liar. Dirty, stinking liar. She is Tim Kennedy's daughter. Do not listen to Young Old Vibes.
Job anymore. I believe people keep on saying he's working
Powerful bunch.
2 different jobs. I don't know where he works at right now. If anyone knows, drop a comment below. Let me know where he's working at. But Yuriy responds saying, showing your girl's daddy's money is not a flex. LOL. Literally everyone knows you ain't fooling no one. It doesn't take a genius to see the constant better living shit comes from a place of financial insecurity. Now, honestly, that's a great question.
Yeah, that is a good point. If Potlord is bragging about better living, and the better living you're doing is mostly funded by your girl, Do you know what I mean? It's weird to brag like that. You know, it's kind of strange because you're making it seem like you are better living, but are you better living? It's like that famous line, isn't it? Right, from Drake. It's like is that a world tour or your girls tour? You know? Yeah, I kind of get where you guys are coming from. I get it.
Question, you know, how does Potlord get all this money? I have no clue, but I really don't even care to figure it out. You know, we team BBE.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Over here, I fuck with the biggest bros. You know what I'm saying? I really, you know, personally, like, I fuck with the biggest bros. I fuck with point and shoot. AD's cool as fuck. I fuck with AD. I mean, I don't really keep up with the Community World universe, though. I really just be watching point and shoot and the biggest bros, for real. But anyways, Potlord showing off his wife, showing off his vacation, showing that he's better living.
Yo, harmonious game. You can never, ever be at a restaurant doing some shit like this. You feel me? Double Gucci bags is really nothing. Gucci shoes, Gucci socks is really nothing. Hermes sandals is really nothing. Gucci bikini is really nothing. You can never do no shit like this. Yuri and Riley. $200 dono go outside. Shut your ass up, nigga. Suck my dick. Look, we got the nigga filleting the fish at the table, gang. Come on now. Better.
Yeah, we got drop it in my head. That's a really good point. That's a $12 meal in Greece. That's a really good point. He's flexing better living, but he's in Europe. Most likely that meal is probably going to cost no more than fucking 50 euros, 60 euros at best. You know what I mean? But he's flexing it as if it's like, you know what I mean? Like a $200 meal or something. It's like, brother, let's relax. Even the most touristy places in fucking Greece, it's not going to be super expensive. The economy there isn't doing that great either, to be honest. So it's like, come on, man. Come on now. You're traveling in Europe. It's not like you're in the fucking Seychelles or anything.
Living. Babe, I love you. And you look amazing. I love you.
Hey, I fuck with this super heavy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
anyway, you get the point about that. Let's go back to Reconnected. You get the point. Let's go back to Reconnected. Let's hear what they're saying. On Reconnected. You get the point about that, right? You get the point. Where are they? They're Reconnected. Let's see what they're saying on Reconnected.
Oh, that was like the pre-warning before he actually went on live.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so he proceeded, and then he started just talking shit about me.
Okay.
Saying how he's a trade. Like, he had spineless answers.
Oh shit! Big up Asad Aziz. You're right. That is fucking Mexican Yuri, isn't it? They just found a Mexican Yuri out of nowhere. That he literally looks like him. A little bit bigger, but yeah, that looks like Mexican Yuri. Holy shit!
Hold on.
You know, they had no backing to him.
Again, you love to ping pong the conversation.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
much that, like,
G35 Yuri is hilarious.
like, you're skipping over all the other lore and bringing it directly to yourself. So you're like the very smallest piece of this puzzle at all. But let's run it back to
share the story then.
I mean, him and Toke have been crashing out on each other like for fucking the last couple days.
I mean, they had the closest relationship. There's like, I feel like there's a big tension there that nobody else at this table had with him.
They know each other's vulnerable points.
And to keep it real with y'all, I mean, you guys know it better than I do. Like, they were really the ones that hung out. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that got they got a couple, you know, little situation, like, little double date. Yeah, they went on true two-mans. Yeah. You know, I think they were the ones that corrected me. Like, no, brother, this is the two-man.
No, you
look at us.
Two-man dream team right there.
You and Yuri are both like, no, that sounds pause. This sounds sus. And me and Toke was trying to tell y'all.
Continue, Yuri.
But anyway, yeah, okay. So the only thing is, like, I don't like being misinformed when we talk about stuff. So I don't know who actually started it. I don't know if Toke started it. I don't know if Yuri started it. I just saw them both crashing out on each other's stories.
I mean, we
taking personal low blows.
Oh, like this last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, so I mean,
you know what? And you gotta remember, both of them, they're full-time streamers, right? As far as like, that's what they spend most of their time on.
Yeah.
They both respond. You know, people are just spamming Toke on Yuri shit. They're spamming Yuri on Toke shit. You know, like,
yeah, big up Sada Z's, bro. I love Blasey, but he really a fucking idiot. Do you think it's the smoking? because he does sometimes, but it's a thing, like, he has his own business. He's a pretty well-regarded graphic designer and shit. Like, he's clearly got something going on. Something you hear him speak and you're like, fucking hell, mate. Like did you graduate high school? Like, you know, it's a bit brutal, but I wonder if it's just the weed, if it's just a constant smoking. Maybe that's what kind of makes him sound like that. But I don't know. Or maybe he's just dumb. Maybe it's like, you know, when you have very specialized, maybe he's figured out his thing. He's good at graphic design. He's good at making stuff and running his studio, his brand. But anything else, he just sounds fucking, you know, not even ignorant, just dumb as fuck when he speak about it. Maybe that's just his thing, which is okay because he's honing into the thing that he knows best.
Crazy wise. And I'm sure after a while, once the stream gets a little...
Big up God's favorite. Bro, I'm high 80% of the time. I don't sound like that. Okay, fair play. Apologies for my stoners out there.
Right, they might just create a topic of discussion off of it. And,
I felt that.
You know, but they definitely started crashing out. Now, Yuriy has a problem. He just keeps, you know, getting at Tok's daughter. And whenever you do that, you know, then it's beyond content. You know what I'm saying? Like, this poor girl doesn't even know what the fuck's going on.
Which is kind of...
And, like, you're bashing a child, dog.
Which is kind of what, I guess, Lush's problem was, too. With Yuriy, like saying something about his kid and stuff like that. And it's like, at the end of the day, bro, all this shit is just content and everybody arguing and shit like that. But when you take it to those levels, then it's like, bro, like, yeah, you're just doing too much. And especially just like, bro, you're not even like that for you to be popping it so hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the thing I like most about Yuriy. I love the fact that he pops his shit and doesn't do it in person. Like, he just hides behind his computer. I love the fact that he's a unapologetic keyboard warrior. Like, he talks the most shit in front of his live stream. You say some proper fighting words. He'll go really low, insulting somebody's wife or child and shit. Like, some stuff that you know that you could never get away with saying in person if you weren't ready to fight. But then he makes no attempt to squabble, no attempt to do none. Whenever anyone offers that, he kind of just laughs at it. Do you know what I mean? Mocks you, does that has that shit-eating grin on his face. I love that he does that. I'm not going to lie, because it's such a powerful way to troll people. You just constantly keep fucking replying back and saying the most craziest things, but then you're also not willing to meet up and, you know, and throw hands or anything. You're just always going to keep saying stuff behind your computer and hiding underneath your desk if someone runs up to your house. I fucking think it's hilarious. I'm not going to lie.
Like, why don't you just keep it at Potlord? Like, there's so much like topics you can go off of that. You know, topic. Tok is definitely someone that could defend himself.
Yeah, but
you know when you get that family member, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, but then at the same token, it's like, shit, no pun intended. At the same token, it's like, you know, shit. They're both kind of doing it to each other, and it's
exactly.
I don't know, like,
exactly.
If Yuriy started it first talking about his daughter, then Tok is completely right to be bringing up, you know, Yuri's girl and shit, and like he, you know, dragging her into it, and it's just like,
I don't know. When it comes to internet stuff, no offense to people that get their feelings hurt, I don't think you can. Nothing is really below the belt. It's just words on the internet, really. It doesn't really count, you know. It doesn't really matter who went lower, who went this. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you want to clap back, you clap back. You say what you want to say, what you need to say to hurt the person's feelings. But I don't think it works the same way that it does in person, you know? If you tell someone to fuck you and then they say, I hope your mum dies, in person, that's something else. But online, I don't know. Oh, whatever. Just ignore it or say something meaner. You know what I mean?
She's part of the plot. Yeah, she's not too innocent herself.
Yeah.
I would say,
you know what?
And
And
like
even
a tag team when he has
even for never mind.
No, what were you about to say?
Well, I was gonna say like even she wasn't fucking with me before this whole shit happened just because they disconnected. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I had your back that one time. You feel me?
That one time, I feel you. But honestly,
you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I just feel like regardless.
No, we don't know what you're talking about.
I just feel like regardless, at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of just.
Are those Mardi Gras chains? What the fuck's he wearing there? Are those Mardi Gras pearls? What's this? People in the stream chat, I know LA culture. Why is he wearing these colorful beads? What's that about?
Childish on both of their ends. They just like, going for the hella low blows on the Instagram stories every 2 seconds. Like, who? I mean, honestly,
who has time for that?
I mean, obviously it's entertaining for like the pages and like the reaction channels and shit like that. Like, nigga, bro, when I'm sitting there and I see a 45-minute YouTube video about how these niggas used to be friends and how they hate each other now, shout out to Big Chat Small World.
Yeah, so
but I'm
good.
just like, God damn, nigga, like what the fuck y'all got going on? And it's like,
it's entertaining though. Let's be fair, it's entertaining. It's sad because they used to be friends, and if you have a heart and you have empathy, you'd be like, oh my god, they used to be friends. It's so sad. But if you're like us and you don't know these people and you just want to watch this as like, I don't know, like a straight version of fucking Love Island, right? Then it's just entertaining to watch. I'm not going to lie. I find it so fucking entertaining because none of these guys are willing to fight. None of these guys are willing to shut the fuck up. They're all super sensitive, so it's just never gonna stop. It's never gonna fucking stop. It's just gonna continue on until somebody's internet gets cut off, right? Until somebody doesn't pay their fucking electric bill, they're always just gonna keep going back and forth. So it's fun for us to watch from the outside in.
if that's how y'all gotta get people to talk about y'all, then like, I don't know. It's just, it don't make no sense to me. But also, I can't, whoever started it, I can't blame the other person for reacting, you feel me? And from what I seen, it looked like,
oh, is that true? Big up MM. Apparently the guy in the red knows who sold for extra the fireworks. He got caught on live and switched his demeanor once he realized. Oh yeah, I think I saw it on Reddit. I think I saw that clip of it. I'll check it out. That's hilarious because I heard, somebody said, right, that I think it was fucking Adam22, the fucking big mouth. He said that 4Extra actually fucked up himself because he was trying to aim that MAE at somebody, like a little drive-by thing, I guess. And unfortunately it exploded in the car, which makes sense why his friend's face allegedly got burned as well. So it was kind of self-inflicted. But then I think Lush or somebody else said there's a rumor going around that the Hispanic people over there in LA were purposely selling faulty fireworks to black people. I don't know if that's true, but I think that's what I heard, right? So allegedly there's like faulty MAE fireworks going around. Maybe they're homemade or something that have a shitty fuse, and that's what may have led to 4Extra losing his hand, allegedly.
Yuriy was the one that was just talking shit out of nowhere, from what I seen. I don't know though.
Yeah, I like the only way this could really seem like it come to a conclusion is if y'all fucking get down or something.
And they're
shit,
not.
you feel
I
me?
mean,
Like,
and I'm not saying that Toke is scared. I'm not saying
not
anything
neither.
like that.
I don't think either of them are really scared.
But I'm just like,
well, I
like,
think maybe Yuri's a little scared.
When are they gonna A, run into each other? B, are they what they're gonna plan out a fade? They're not gonna do that. So it's just like, what's the purpose,
Yeah. But I try to extend my hand again. Like
but you keep trying to do it on live, Blasey.
What's wrong? I know what the fuck.
But not,
bro, I literally I texted him on private. I wasn't on live stream. Like,
you tried to call him on live yesterday, though.
Hold on, back.
Okay. Reverse on the lure. Reverse on the lure.
Episode. I didn't post it on my story. I wasn't on Instagram. Like, yo, should I text this dude right? I hit him up privately. He put it on Front Street himself. Like, yo, like he actually had the nerve to text me. So, like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I only called him because he's talking about me in the moment. So I'm like, all right.
I'm like going back to Sazi's saying he is a bit dumb in it, Blasey. Why does he think Yuriy would ever speak like he doesn't like you? He doesn't like any of these guys anymore. He blames even though House Phone was the one that was barking at him, he blames all those other guys for not stepping in and defending him, not fighting for his honor, blah 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 blah. He didn't like how they were laughing at fucking House Phone saying what he said. Like, he just doesn't like these guys anymore. I don't know why Potlord keeps thinking that he's gonna be cool with you again. He's not. We know how fucking petty and thin-skinned and sensitive Yuriy is. You can't, especially considering that he came at his girl and stuff, Riley. Like, it's strange that he keeps offering his hand out. I guess he's maybe he's sincere. Maybe he actually just wants them to be friends again. But it's like, it's not gonna happen, man. Like, Riley and Yuriy are about each other. They only got each other's back, really, for the most part. Anybody else that speaks about them in any way, shape, or form is a detractor, is negative, and they're always going to fight against you. Do you know what I mean? They even cut off fucking Ali and Potlord, and they were really close. They were literally went on holiday together. Do you know what I mean? I think that's really close, in my opinion. Anyway, that counts as being close. You don't go on holiday together with people that you're not close with. So I don't understand why Blasey is surprised that Yuriy keeps rejecting his handshake or totally ignoring him. It's like, you guys aren't friends anymore. That was clearly obvious when how someone was barking at him the way he was.
I haven't talked to bro since any of this shit. Let me call him.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm not saying like kiss the nigga ass and like go fucking be like, yo, Yuri, talk to me, bro. I'm not saying do that, but I'm like, nigga, he's not gonna answer you on live. Like he clearly is like.
But the thing I was with, but I just said it's like I watched him find out about it, and he just called addressing. He's like, "Yo, someone's talking shit about you online. Imagine you go, you see it, and you have their number. You're their friend."
Ryder was with me like as it was happening. We were like,
"What's the deal? Yo, talk to me real quick." Like, and it's just like as a man, as a person, you solve that issue with them on face to face, or you know, you talk it out. Use words and not talk to I think like 40 random people about it.
I regret giving them that Puffco connect. Can I be paid for a second? Like,
I just think y'all need to talk and actually talk.
And I think Yuri took all the Puffco things, right? I think he took all of them, or maybe he took 2. I'm pretty sure Yuri took 2 of them. But Yuri looks at the type of person who would steal free T-shirts sent to their PO box. You know, he looks at the type of person that goes to the office early to go through the mail and take all the free T-shirts, you know. No offense to Yuri, but he definitely looks like that kind of guy. When someone says take 1 each, he takes 3. He takes 2.
Talk.
I hit him twice.
I feel like at this point, like I almost feel like it's unsalvageable. At this point,
definitely.
And I feel like
it's done. It's over with.
I don't know. Like just let the nigga.
Exactly.
Just let the nigga.
Let him crash.
Yeah, let him be on his own isolated island. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, bro. At this point, it's like, who cares? You feel me? Like, let the nigga just fucking
yell at his bitch.
Exactly.
You think it was all the better living shit that Toke was doing? What is up with this better living lifestyle? Like
all right, Toke was doing the most.
Is that what triggered it? Like, yo,
you had a server drop it off fucking chicken and fries or some shit.
I think he said you never had no Chilean sea bass fucking filleted at the table.
Bro, I'll hit Applebee's right now.
Bro, he was posting his Gucci shoes like I'm walking on your rent, nigga.
To be fair, that is true. If you're Yuri and you're like allegedly Yuri's down bad because he's like doing Uber or something, right? He's doing Uber delivery plus he's streaming and shit. So, and they're they said they're moving to SF. I actually don't know where they live now. I wish I remembered where they're living now, but they're moving to SF. So I'm assuming SF is maybe cheaper. But I think Yuri said they're moving there because Riley's job is closer or is there, so they can be closer to Riley's job. So imagine if your former friend starts stunting on you and he's like, you know, he's on a vacation in Greece, you know, just chilling, not really streaming that much, and you know it's probably gonna rub you up the wrong way if you're like trying to rub $2 together, or you can't rub $2 together. It's fucking hilarious.
You're like, bro, bro, with the socks too, bro,
with the sock holsters.
It was a little funny though. There was some parts, but
no. Listen. That's the thing is y'all don't gotta understand.
I would hate to beef with Toe because I never traveled nowhere.
Yeah. Big up APOLOGISING. Absolutely not. SF is expensive, yeah. But that's the thing. He said SF. I'm pretty sure I got the clip on my streamable. He said SF. He said they're moving to SF to be closer to Riley's job. So I don't know where they are now. Maybe they're I don't know where they are now, but they're moving to SF for sure.
Bro, I start feeling the strays. I start feeling the strays. He's like, bro, you 30 years old, no car. I'm like,
like, damn, I ain't really travel like that either. Like, fuck.
I'm like, damn, I don't got.
Like, Horizon's been to more countries than you. I'm like, fuck, dog.
That is true.
Yeah, I kind of felt this. I kind of felt hurt by that too. But listen, that's one thing about Toke is like he'll go so extreme. I'm like, bro, listen, you got to realize. Most of the people that's watching you are common men. They got jobs. They got shit like that. So you trying to shit on the cop like nigga, go get a job. Go get another job. You already got 2 jobs. And like, bro, you do Uber Eats. And I'm like, bro, there's probably hella niggas in your chat that do Uber Eats, bro.
We benefit off Uber Eats.
Yeah, they're Uber Eating to like subscribe to you.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, bro. But it's literally the same thing that I even had this talk with Toke because there was some clip that we posted. We was talking about somebody, and like Toke was calling the person gay or whoever it was, right? And then just because I'm sitting in the clip, they're like, "Oh, I know house phone ain't talking." They're like,
fuck I do.
I'm like, bro, how the fuck I catch a stray just because he was calling some shit gay? So it's like, I don't know, man. But anyway, at the end of the day, bro, it's like, man, y'all niggas squabble up or shut the fuck up, bro. And like,
just move. Let's just move forward. Like, I don't want to be 5 years in the same place.
Oh, Jesus Christ, is that true? 3K USD a month for a 1-bedroom type thing, bro. Wow. They probably live on the outskirts in a different city. Just say SF because people don't know. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ. 3K a month for a 1-bed. God damn.
Oh,
talking about this shit.
And listen, every time we do this, and then every time my boy Fernando make a clip about it, and then it get hella views, that just gives him more ammo. Like, look, they can't stop talking about me. The clips about me are the highest view. Like, nigga, come on, bro.
Blasey, talk about the ban he still owes you. Fucking taxes, bro. Where the fuck you at, motherfucker?
That's what, and also like,
oh yeah, do you remember that he owes money to Thingamajiggy for taxes? He hasn't paid him back yet. Hilarious, man. Big up Yuri, running off on the vig.
I don't know, like not even on some defending him shit. It's just like, man, we don't even need to talk about that type of shit like on live. Like, man, whatever. Who cares? Like, you know,
when someone owes me money, I think it's just funny. Like, No Jumper still owes me 2 bands.
Shit.
I can't walk around saying that.
Let me not owe you a band.
I'm trying to chase the little 2 bands.
I'm gonna get a chain. This is a house one.
No Jumper owes him money. I wonder why.
Be a bad.
Anyways, that's the clip. You've seen it. You know what's going on there. The beef continues. I'm sure when Yuri sees this, he's gonna fucking explode and go crazy. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna fucking end. As Housefan said, these guys are never gonna meet up. It's all online shit. It maybe helps as well for the views. I'm assuming it probably helps with the views. So why fucking not go back and forth? I just think it's not good for the mental, and just, you know, for the sake of peace and tranquility. It's like, come on, man. It's not really that deep, really. You guys were friends at one point. You're not friends anymore. Just go your fucking separate ways. It's not really that deep. It really isn't that deep. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do some Brendan things. Brendan and Bryan replied to the Tim Kennedy apology. I'm sure some of you guys were here for it when we covered that shit. Tim Kennedy apologized for the stolen valor, right? Apologized for claiming he had some award, right? He apologized. Finally, he apologized. Okay, what's he posted stories? It went viral across the internet. Everyone's been talking about it because a lot of people, especially in the special forces and shit, have been calling him out for ages about his claims. And I guess eventually somebody got around to reading his book, and they were able to kind of tear through it page by page, line by line, and detail all the lies, all the exaggerations that were on it, that were inside it. And of course, call him out. He lied about it. Eventually now he's admitted that he lied. Only about a portion of it, just the stolen valor stuff. He hasn't made lies about the other stuff. But it's been also brought to my attention that the reason why he admitted this and posted the apology is because he's been investigated by the army. There's currently an investigation happening about him and his claims, and that might be the reason why he posted that apology. He might have been advised by his attorney to do so, to kind of clear the air, to help his case, blah 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 blah. I guess it hasn't, because a lot of army people are not happy. Like that Valhalla guy that I watched the other day, he says like a bunch of people who served are willing to go to the very end to basically hold him accountable for all the lies he's been saying for all these number of years, blah 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 blah. And as of recently anyway, Tim Kennedy's become very present in Tfatk content. I think behind the scenes he's been friends with Bryan Callen for a long time. I think they've been cool, but it seems like he's also been a lot closer to Brendan, which makes sense because these guys are magnets for cancelled, horrible, scumbaggy, duplicitous, you know, lying people. So it's no surprise that they are now, you know, become Tim Kennedy's new friends. But when Tim Kennedy was popping, when he was really fucking popping, he was nowhere to be seen around Brendan and fucking Bryan Callen. But now his star is dimming. You know, suddenly he's their best friends. So I was curious to see and hear what Bryan and Brendan would say in defense of him, because, you know, they're going to defend him, obviously. And the defense was better than what you'd ever expect. I got the feeling Bryan was trying to be somewhat reasonable and hold him accountable and call him out. But Brendan was on some like, no, that's my friend, right? That kind of shit. So, you know, and his analogy was fucking insane. But let's watch it anyway. Brendan and Bryan on Tim Kennedy's stolen ballot apology. It's as insane and nonsensical as you would imagine. Them trying to defend, which is weird because Tim Kennedy admitted he lied. He almost kind of said he's a piece of shit in the fucking statement, but they're defending him and saying, no, he's not a piece of shit. He's not a liar. It's no big deal. That's basically the conclusion. But let's watch it so you can hear what he said.
Okay, let's get a little bit more serious now. Good friend of the show.
Let's get serious.
Good friend of the show, Tim Kennedy, posted this.
Yep.
Oh, look.
Recently. So if you, I don't know if you guys want to read
I
the
don't
whole
like how
thing.
he posted it twice, but
it's easier to read on this.
Yeah.
side.
All right. This is Tim Kennedy referring to what would you say, Callen? Referring to the
Tim's done like what I
hold on. Let's not get off track here.
Yeah.
So Tim is apologizing for elaborating things that.
Yeah. One of the things he said when he did he did a podcast. And he was playing with his dog, whatever, and they said, "Hey, you want a Bronze Star with a V?" And he said, "Yeah." And they said, "What was the story?" And he goes, "Pretty easy. I shot a bad guy, and then he shot back, and that was it, or whatever." And then what people have to understand is after that, people would always say he won a Bronze Star with a V on Fox and stuff like that.
And is that a big deal?
And he would always correct the record.
Can you look up what a Bronze Star with a V?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what it is. It's the
Okay, sorry, my computer was going fucking crazy there. Let's go back to the beginning one more time because I want to point out something. Number one, Chin's got a new angle. Chin's got a new fucking camera angle. Chin's got a new fucking camera angle. And it looks just as bad as you'd expect it to look. Now we can definitely see that it's a storage unit, right? We can definitely see it's a storage unit. You see the shutters are down there, or the wall here. You see the mezzanine here. You see the floor where they're going to have all the cars and shit here, allegedly and whatnot. So it's not a really big space. And you also see where the main studio is, right? The main studio is right up here. So you get to see all of it. But that's Chin's new angle, Chin's new producer cam thing. And obviously the back is still as messy and as untidy as it is. The curtains, for some reason, it's meant to be, I guess it's meant to be for, I'm assuming it's for sound insulation, maybe? Soundproofing? These heavy curtains? Or is it just because of the backdrop? I don't think it is because Brendan sits that way. So I think the camera, I think these curtains are for the sound. But regardless, that's Chin's new angle. Let's continue.
A little bit more serious now. Good friend of the show.
Let's get serious.
Good friend of the show, Tim Kennedy, posted this.
Yep.
And by the way, they spoke about this in the beginning, the middle of the episode. So I think they were purposely trying to farm or trying to clickbait. Because the title of the episode is like Brendan and Bryan on Tim. I mean, they put Tim Kennedy's name in the title of the podcast, but they only spoke about this or started to speak about this like 50 minutes in. So clearly they're trying to get people to like, hey, watch the fucking show. And then here we have this here say. So this was a bit that they definitely had spoken about prior and how they were going to approach it on the fucking pod.
Recently. So I don't know if you guys want to read
I don't like how he posted it twice, but
why of course he posted twice because maybe people can't read the fucking post and it might be clearer in the fucking comment section. But of course Brendan is nitpicking the SEO of the fucking apology as opposed to why he's even apologizing in the first place and what that says about him as a person. Let's fucking critique the fucking font, of course.
But it's easier to read on this.
Yeah. All right. This is Tim Kennedy referring to
we definitely don't want to hear Brendan speak reading aloud, right? I don't think so. So it's funny that I think eventually Bryan reads it aloud, but he's trying to get there. But I think he's looks at the words and then he fucking bails.
What would you say, Callen? Referring to the
Tim's done like what I
hold on. Let's
already infuriating. He says, "What would you say, Bryan?" Almost handing the baton over to Bryan. Then as soon as Bryan starts speaking, he interrupts. Now I know what Chris D'Elia was saying. Remember Chris D'Elia, that really funny clip of Chris D'Elia going, like, every time you're speaking, Brendan would interrupt, then he'd be, and he was like, oh, why is it every time that I speak, you speak, but then when I don't speak, you don't say nothing? This is exactly what's going on there. Like, oh, what do you think, Bryan? Bryan starts speaking. Actually, here's what I think. Why did you even ask me then?
What would you say, Callen? Referring to the
Tim's done like what I
hold on. Let's not get off track here.
Yeah.
So Tim is apologizing for elaborating things that.
Yeah. One of the things he said when
elaborating things, you don't even know, like, it doesn't even think you have to use words in the English language. Elaborating things that, brother, if you don't know what you're talking about, just let the other guy speak, or just read the statement. Then you'll be able to understand what he's fucking apologizing for. It's not that difficult.
When he did a podcast, and he was playing with his dog, whatever, and they said, "Hey, you want a Bronze Star with a V?" And he said,
by the way, Bryan's saying this to justify why Tim Kennedy lied. So I'm assuming he's saying this because he heard this from Tim Kennedy. This is probably Tim Kennedy's defense. He's going with the Steve Renazizi defense. Remember Steve Renazizi, the stand-up comedian who's in fucking, I think he's an East Coast comedian. He famously lied that he was in the Twin Towers during 9/11. And I think years later, he tried to explain it away and say, oh, the reason why he lied was because he was called on the spot by a friend who was on, like, who had a show on Sirius XM or whatever, what that place was, that radio station. And I guess in the heat of the moment, because it just happened, the person called him because they knew he used to work in the fucking Twin Towers. And in that moment, he just panicked and said, yeah, I was there, you know? So he tried to basically excuse. It's kind of like Tim Kennedy's version of blaming the team. Instead of taking accountability, you're like, oh no, I just was caught off guard. It was a podcast. I was playing with my dog and I was distracted. I just said, yeah. It's like, brother, you still lied. You still continue. You didn't fucking clarify the lie. You didn't walk it back. You didn't fucking, you know what I mean? You didn't correct the record. You let people assume that you had this fucking award, right? When you clearly didn't have it, which is obviously a lie. Oh, for fuck's sake, I did it again. Bear with me a second. Bear with me a second here.
Yeah, and they said, what was the story? And he goes, pretty easy. I shot a bad guy, and then he shot back, and that was it, or whatever. And then what people have to understand is after that, people would always say he won a Bronze Star with a V on Fox and stuff like that.
And is that a big deal?
And he would always correct the record.
Can you look up what a Bronze Star with a V?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what it is. It's the military's 4th highest honor.
So what's the highest? Purple?
No, congressional. It's
okay.
He would always.
Let's go back.
What people.
Let's go back.
Shot back, and that was it, or whatever. And then what people have to understand is after that, people would always say he won a Bronze Star with a V on Fox and stuff like that.
And is that a big deal?
And he would always correct the record.
People would always say, no, he let it be said, and he said himself. The person, we saw the clip. The person asked him on the podcast, hey, did you win a purple star with a V? Like, he asked him a question, a yes or no question. And Tim Kennedy said, like, don't get me wrong, he didn't say it confidently. He kind of said it like someone that was lying, but that's not the post's fault. If you didn't get a fucking purple star with a V, you just say no. But he said yes. And then Bryan's trying to say, oh, every time you introduced to the show, they would always say purple. Again, it's not the host of Fox or the host of ESPN or the host of whatever show he was on, his fault to correct the record. It's up to him to correct the record. He never corrected the record because he benefited from people thinking that he did get awarded that purple star with a V. That's the obvious conclusion from it. He didn't want to correct the record because it made him sound way more badass. As somebody mentioned in the stream chat, when I was in disbelief as to why someone like a Tim Kennedy, who's as decorated, who's as impressive on paper, like with, in truth, without the lies, why would you need to sprinkle in the lies? And someone mentioned in the stream chat, yeah, because he's not happy. You might be happy with Tim Kennedy's record. You might have been happy if that was you, but Tim Kennedy isn't happy with it. He wants more than what he has. He wants to be known to be a bigger, well-regarded more person than what he actually is on paper. That's why he's basically lying, and they're trying to make, obfuscate. It's just like, brother, he lied. It's just as simple as this.
You look up what a Bronze Star with a V?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what it is. It's the military's.
Don't you find it funny, by the way, that Brendan, the person that allegedly comes from an army family, right? He's always bragging about his army. Whenever it's fucking Veterans Day, whatever that is over there in the States, he says, oh yeah, I come from a military family. Everybody in my family so It's like, bro, if you come from a military family, wouldn't you be familiar with the awards? Wouldn't you be familiar with the protocol, with the etiquette, with how they kind of, respect fucking rank and all this malarkey? Wouldn't it actually offend you that he actually lied about the purple star in the first place? Wouldn't that be a sore spot because of the people in your family who've been affected by war, who've lost people, You know what I mean? You've gone through that. Like, wouldn't you be something that you'd be personally somewhat invested in a little bit? What's the fucking Bronze Star with a V? Jesus Christ.
4th highest honor. So
what's the highest? Purple?
No, Congressional Medal of Honor. But then there's the silver.
Doesn't even know what the highest medal is. Doesn't even know nothing about it. But allegedly comes from a military family. I smell bullshit.
For Cross, and forgive me, guys, but I think that you and I should do this about this. So Tim's a friend of mine.
No, hold on, but let's stay on track with what exactly he's in trouble for.
Okay,
so a Bronze Star.
But you keep interrupting us. I think this guy is so infuriating. He starts off by saying, hey, I don't know what's going on. Bryan basically explained. Give us an overview. Bryan starts giving an overview, a pretty decent one, right? Obviously, he's defending Tim, but he's kind of giving a good play-by-play of what happened. And Brendan just keeps interrupting. So every time he interrupts, he keeps getting fucking distracted, and they keep, going on other points. And by the way, this man just infuriating. Look at that outfit. You're at work, brother. You're at work. It's almost, he's wearing pajamas. And like, they look like house slippers, isn't it? Those aren't slippers you wear outside. Those are definitely house slippers. I know what a good house slipper looks like. They look comfy. They look worn. Those are house slippers. House slippers and pajamas. And you can see one of his fucking old nutsacks there. Just peeking. You can see a little bit of a outline of his old ass, droopy, saggy nutsacks there. And again, another t-shirt that he got in a multi-pack. Or a t-shirt that he got for free. A free t-shirt he got from a gym somewhere. Some grey pajamas and house slippers. Brother, man, like, please put on some. Is it really that hard to put on a pair of jeans? Put on some fucking chinos. Really that difficult? Like, honestly.
With a V device, award his service members acts of heroism, especially for actions involving direct participation in combat with the enemy of the United States.
Yes. So this
signifies that the individual performed acts of valor, demonstrating courage and bravery under fire. The V device is attached to the Bronze Star Medal.
This is the first time he's read this, by the way. Your friend got in trouble, big apology, it's gone viral. You have no awareness of it, no curiosity to really do a research to find out a little bit, maybe to gather your thoughts so you can have a coherent hot take or something. Nah. He's just literally reading the definition of a Bronze Star V right now. He has no idea the significance, the importance, the reasons behind it. Why? Because surely if that's your friend, if it's me and that's my friend, and you want to defend him because he's your friend, maybe it's beneficial to research what happened, why what occurred, so that you can offer a defense of your friend that's rooted in something, But it's almost like, nah, that's not important. Whatever everyone's angry about is not important. It's just my friend. Okay, cool, I guess.
It's a ribbon to the skinship from a Bronze Star awarded.
So let me give you the, can I give it to you? Because I've actually looked into this pretty.
Yeah, exactly, Jay for life. People who served active duty absolutely hate speaking on their time served. Exactly. But fucking Tim Kennedy and the rest of these fucking podcasts, these podcast Marines, they fucking love it. They love speaking about what they did. They love detailing it in exhaustive detail.
Carefully. A Bronze Star is kind of like, so a lot of people get Bronze Stars. Even lawyers get Bronze Stars in the military, from what I understand. It's almost like I've heard Special Forces guys say it's almost like a participation medal. You get it for good conduct. There's a lot of things.
V special.
So a V is when you have demonstrated valor in combat. It is a combat medal.
AKA violence.
That's what it says right there.
And one of the things you'll see is that they'll look at like a guy and they go, how many combat medals does he have? Okay. So a V device, sometimes you can be awarded a Silver Star. Look this up, I think. And it'll be demoted as a.
That blonde hair is hilarious. And I love how, I've seen the clip as well. I love how he's blaming this hair dye thing on his kids. Like, is it really that hard to just say, yeah, I don't know, I wanted to dye my hair blonde? It's shaved low anyway, so it probably won't be as hard to dye it if I had longer. It'll probably be harder if I had longer hair. Now my hair is short, I went to dye it and play around with it for a bit. Why not? But he still has to blame the team, blame his kids. Oh, it's my kids. My kids said if he would have if I told them if he would have signed for a team, then I would dye his hair. It's like, what? Huh? Just admit you went to get your hair dyed and your kids saw you getting it dyed and they went to join you. Always fucking blaming the team. Like blaming your fucking kids is fucking crazy for dyeing your hair. Like, you're a grown ass man. Just admit you dyed your hair because you wanted it to be blonde. It's no big deal, bro.
As a bronze star with a V device, when you get an award for valor, you have to have 2.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Josie. I'm going through some stuff, trying to change it up. Yeah, exactly.
Corroborating witnesses, expert witnesses who were there and saw it.
Gotcha.
Big up your good
Was
vibes.
the addies and baddies for the kids?
Exactly. It's like when you get caught with the multivitamins, isn't it? It's like when you're at home and you get caught with multivitamins. They're like, it's not mine, my friends. It's not mine, my friends. They asked me to look after it. My friend asked me to look after this bag of pills. It's not mine, I promise.
Okay. So the thing about these special forces community.
Big up Salazes.
Tell 'em about combat medals, B. I used to play more combat all the time, Bubba. Just tax J.
Yeah, exactly. He used to play out. He's hilarious. Big up.
Actually said he won.
About 8 years ago on a podcast, he said that, and then we should say that he was introduced as somebody with a V device, I guess, and he did correct the record several times.
Okay.
So it was a time he said it. He's got to take responsibility for it, which he has.
That's what he's doing.
Because at the end of the day, if you said it, you said it.
I like how they're just making it seem like it's just that one thing that people are upset with. When if you watch all the content surrounding Tim Kennedy, it's about more than just that one thing. It's about several claims that he's done, several operations, did whatever. You know what I mean? The book, everything. There's so many things that people are upset about him with that he's lied about. It's not just about the stolen valor. There's loads of things. Loads. It's not just about that purple star. It's more than that. But of course, they're gonna try and make it. Maybe they're not aware. Maybe to cut them some slack. Maybe they're not aware of the other stuff. They're generally kind of ignorant of it because they barely know what's going on with this thing. So maybe they just don't know. But again, if you've got a pod and that's your friend and you want to defend him, you probably should have all the facts in it so you can defend him properly.
My thing with this is
Let's go back to Tim's. Hold on, before you give your take.
I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valor. That is not true, and there is no excuse for it. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said disrespect.
Bryan Callen's the type of person that will spit when he speaks, isn't it? It always sounds like he's like, I know he used to wear Invisalign, but he always sounds like he's got Invisalign in. Don't know if he actually has it in, but he always sounds like he's got some sort of Invisalign. It's like, brother, man, like put a fucking mouth guard on that or something, you know? Some sort of spit shield or something on that mic. God damn.
Your service, and I take full ownership of that. I was young when I stepped into the public eye, and while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or pressure that came with it, that doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity is not situational, and I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent.
Yo, big up Sitsky.
Listen to the rapist lie for his friend. Listen to Rinks lie to cover for his friend. Listen to Litzbull shit for his friend. Callen is guilty.
Exactly. He's the guiltiest. He's the guiltiest, wrinkliest, pesty man of all fucking time. That's what he is, mate. The wrinkliest, guiltiest, pesty man of all fucking time. We all know it. We all fucking know it. We all fucking know it. Allegedly.
To the military and veteran community, especially those who've served in combat or lost people they love, I am deeply sorry. I know that I've let many of you down. You had every right to expect more from me, and I didn't live up to that. This apology is not the end, it's the beginning. I am committed to rebuilding trust through honest reflection, visible accountability, and ongoing service to the community. I misrepresented myself too. I will no longer speak about my service in a way that elevates me beyond what I actually did. From now on, my words will be guided by truth, humility, and respect. I understand that words alone don't heal disappointment or restore trust. Only time and action will.
Oh.
Thank you for those who helped.
Brendan's yawning. He's tired of the statement. He doesn't care. He's not bothered. He's yawning. The guy's admitting his mistake, saying he fucking spoke about things that, well, he says, the guy's basically saying that, yeah, I made up stories about my time in the army. I spoke about things that I did not do. pretty serious allegations if you're in the army. And Brendan's finding it all so tiring. It doesn't matter. He's my friend. I'm gonna defend him.
Held me accountable. I will do my best to honor that accountability from this point forward.
Now, let me say this before you go, B. So what's going to happen is the government, the military, are going to look into Tim's actual accomplishments. This is what's going to happen.
Accomplishments? You sure that's the right word for it? They're going to look into his accomplishments.
This is for you haters out there on Tim.
Haters? The people that... You know what's funny about this again, right? From my experience, or from what I know, the people that are attacking, the people that are exposing Tim Kennedy, the people that are exposing Tim Kennedy are all people that have served. It's not regular civilians. I think regular civilians just hated the fact that he'd always talk about, you know, killing women and innocent fucking children, right? I think people just feel he's kind of annoying, his personality. I remember when he used to come on Rogan, people just think he was kind of annoying and a little bit, you know, insufferable and up his own ass. But I'm pretty sure the people that exposed him and have called him out for his combat experience or army experience or whatever have been people that have served. Those are the ones. Fellow soldiers, fellow Marines, fellow Green Berets, whatever. Those are the people that have called him out. Not haters, not trolls, not people like me. Not fucking basement dwelling, Cheeto finger covered fucking redax. It's been people that have walked the walk and talked the talk. Those are the ones I've called him out. But in Brendan's head, it's all haters. It's just people on the internet. It's like, not really. It's servicemen and women.
They're going to look into it and they'll reveal some of it. Hopefully they talk about it. I don't know how they're going to work. And what's going to happen is you're going to find out that he's not Superman, that he's Batman.
What? What does that mean? So in the process of trying to get to the bottom of Tim Kennedy's lies, the army are going to find out, the army brass are going to find out that Tim Kennedy's actually awesome. That's what they're going to find out. They're going to find out that he's actually awesome. And they're going to do what Trump did. They're going to do what Trump and the fucking you know, his administration did with the fucking Epstein files, right? They're gonna be like, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Tim Kennedy's the greatest guy in the world. Nothing to see here, nothing to see.
And he's still a badass. So you're looking to take down Superman, and you're gonna find out you're actually finding Batman, which is still pretty fucking good.
If it's pretty fucking good, why did he lie in the first place? If Batman is pretty fucking good, why did Batman pretend to be Superman? If he's so happy, if he's so content, huh? If he's so content and he's not insecure, why would Batman pretend to be Superman? And also, what the fuck is that analogy anyway? Batman, Superman. Fucking hell. I want to see this guy's brain. I want to see this guy's brain.
That's what's going to happen here.
I think, though, what would be good for us and prudent for you and I as civilians is to not comment on get involved in this military stuff we talked about before.
I'll die on a hill for Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, me too. I love the man.
When it comes to the nooks and crannies of military,
yeah,
I have to just find out what a fucking the V is. I don't know that lingo. I'm sure as fuck never experienced any.
So if you're gonna die on the hill for Tim Kennedy, why would you die on the hill for someone when you don't understand what they're being accused of? So effectively, he's trying to say that his friends can do no wrong in his eyes. Big up Assad Aziz.
Oh, so he's not Superman? That's your takeaway? Tim Kennedy is the closest thing to Bruce Wayne. So he lied about his life, we get it. He lied to save Gotham. Both his parents went to the mothership and got straight murder lord.
Don't say that. 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 Don't fucking say that. Don't fucking say that. Is it Tom, right? His dad. Was it Tom? Bruce Wayne's mum and dad were leaving the mothership. It wasn't some theater. They were actually leaving the mothership before they got shot. That's what happened. Oh. I don't understand this. I'll die on the hill for him, but I don't understand why people are attacking. Like, so what? Your friends can do no wrong. Your friends are impervious to any sort of error, any sort of calling out. No, you can't even hold your friends accountable. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. I don't have a background.
That's how I feel. It's like I don't.
When I talk about Tim, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to take down Superman.
Yeah.
And what's gonna unfold is you're gonna be like, holy shit, he's not Superman. He's fucking Batman.
How many times has he repeated that? Has it been 5 times already? Like, we get it, bro. We get it. We don't get it, but we get it. Like, can we move past this analogy?
Which is still pretty fucking impressive.
Yes. I would say this about Tim is I know Tim as a civilian, and I've known Tim a long time, as you have, and I've spent a lot of time with Tim.
I know. So hold on. I know Tim as a civilian, not a war veteran.
And a fighter.
I know Tim as a professional athlete.
Yes.
For a very long time.
Yes. So
I've seen him in both aspects.
And I think you would agree.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? You know Tim through professional sports and through whatever lifestyle, whatever, right? What does it have to do with the case in question about him lying about stolen valor? Like, what does it have to do with anything?
This is me going hard in the paint for Tim because he's my friend, and I'm just that. This is who I am. I've never seen that guy do any. I'm telling you.
If you're gonna go hard in the paint for your friend, you know what you say. I've heard the allegations about Tim. I'm praying for him, but that's my friend. I'm gonna stand by him. I've got nothing more to say. You just leave it at that, or you don't even comment on it anyway because he's your friend. Really and truly, they shouldn't have commented on it anyway. You should just ignored it if that's your friend. Don't bring any more attention to it. Just hope that you can contribute to maybe, killing it, taking the air away from the story by just not commenting on it. Because if you wait enough days, everyone's gonna forget about it anyway by next week. But instead, they're commenting on it. They're commenting on it while being uninformed. In Brendan's case, gleefully so, gleefully ignorant, and they're probably going to make it worse because those other channels are going to clip this and they're going to react to this and they're going to start calling them out, and it's going to make Tim Kennedy sound like he isn't really sincere about his apology because it sounds like he was using them as a mouthpiece. So they're making it worse, really. If anything, they're really making it worse with Tim Kennedy. If it isn't worse already.
When cameras aren't on him and nobody's looking, I have personally seen with my own eyes and with my own ears, heard him go so far out of his way for people, and you'll never hear about it, especially people who are at risk of doing self-harm or worse.
So Bryan Callen was in the company of Tim Kennedy when he was giving some sort of talk, or he was around some veterans that are probably suffering from PTSD, and he walked some of them off a ledge. Okay, great. Commendable. Pat on the back. Clap. What does this have to do with what he's been accused of? What does this have to do with what he's been called out for? Okay, he took some people off a ledge. Good. Well done. Congratulations. What does it have to do with what he's been accused of? It's like, what? Fucking hell, these guys, man.
Tim has.
Batman,
he doesn't want me to do this.
He's Batman.
He doesn't want me to do this.
He doesn't want me to
do this. He doesn't want me to do this.
You see how they're making it worse? He doesn't want me to do this. So they spoke to Tim Kennedy before they recorded this show, which is something they did more for Tim Kennedy than they did for Crystalia. And I have a feeling they've both only started being friends with Tim Kennedy recently. They're all fucking nut hugging him and backing him up, and that's my friend. I'm gonna down the hill, my friend. I've got a feeling they've only started to become closer to Tim Kennedy in the last couple of years. I've also got a feeling Tim Kennedy's only become their friend, closer to them, because of all the fucking lies he's told and the fact that he's been ostracized from his own community of people, like former, army people. They've probably iced him out. He's probably only got a smaller group of friends. That's why he's now hanging around these guys more often. Because his bigger group of friends that he used to have, or his larger larger circle of friends, has now dwindled because of all the negative press and word sentiment around him. So they're making it worse because it sounds like they spoke to Tim and Tim told them, say this, that, and the other as a mouthpiece. They should just shut the fuck up.
But I have to just at least speak on this. I'm not going to say the other stuff. I'm just going to speak on this. whatever he said, he's going to be held accountable to. There are a lot of these guys, these Delta guys, this guy Tucker, Brent Tucker, he was an A Squadron guy. I'm not fucking getting involved in that. These motherfuckers risk their lives.
Buddy.
They went through, that's their own ecosystem.
I respect all
I
of
am
them.
stepping out of that. I'm not gonna defend him on that.
But
I'm not gonna do any of that. All I'm gonna try to say is this. From what the things that I have seen with his generosity and what he's done for people who were really at risk of taking their own life, I've not only lent my very lame hand at that, whether it was
of course, make it about yourself. Classic. Of course, insert yourself in there. So I have anecdotal experience of this guy, and I can speak for his character when he's in my presence. But if I can speak for his character in my presence, that means I can speak for his character across the board. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I've never heard Tim Dillon tell a lie, he doesn't tell lies. Also, what's up with Bryan Callen's thumb? Only a pest would have a thumb like that, innit? Only a pest would have a thumb that overextend like that. Only a fucking pest would have a thumb that does that. Jesus Christ, what's going on there? Ugh.
am seeing, a thing on veteran suicide. Well, I'll do whatever I can. I'm not in a position to talk about this. It's a sacred subject, but I have seen that man go out of
It's a sacred subject, but let me speak about it.
his way, as including get in his truck and drive places for a very long time to take care of somebody.
Again, what does this have to do with Tim Kennedy lying?
Powerful
and nobody knows about it.
Big up Asad Aziz.
When Timmy War Crimes gets sentenced to firing squad, you think Papa will be able to talk?
Exactly.
Not a sad thing.
Exactly. The fire squad came a knocking. The fire squad came a knocking. Bang, bang, bang.
Think what he just did with the floods.
Listen. At the
I can
end of
give
the
you
day,
way bigger
we're all
examples,
complicated as human beings, and I've known Tim.
We're all complicated as human beings, aka sometimes we lie about our service record. It's perfectly fine because he walked some people off a ledge. Big up Art Guy. I have a thumb like that. I'm not a rapist. Apologies, Art Guy. Apologies, Art Guy. Apologies, Art Guy. I apologize to yourself and to all your ancestors and every family member that is associated with you. I did not mean to disparage your name or disparage your anatomy. Apologies for that.
As a civilian, and
you're barking up the wrong tree with Tim, though. If you think you're taking down a bad man, and they're gonna do the investigation. I hope they reveal what they find. Again, you're gonna find out.
We don't know. We don't know.
Sure.
I would be careful about it.
They're going for Superman, and you're gonna find out he's Batman, and still impressive.
I just think
Tim's a 3 a.m. friend.
If he's so impressive, again, why would he pretend to be someone that he's not? And again, he's a 3 a.m. friend. What does it have to do with him lying? What does it have to do with him lying?
And about 3 of them in my life.
Yep.
Tim's a 3 a.m. friend.
That's true.
I could
That's
call
how I feel.
with anything. I don't lend my kids to anybody.
Yep.
I don't lend my kids. Strange phrase, isn't it? Lend my kids. Lend them. Also, what does this have to do with anything? Oh, Tim Kennedy's really nice to my kids. Okay. What's that have to do with him lying?
Oh, we're just going to take them. Nope, not happening. Because if something happens to those kids, you're fucked.
Yes.
I will kill you.
Yes.
Where did that come from? We're talking about Tim Kennedy lying about his service record and about his awards. And now we got Brendan threatening to kill a hypothetical person who he wouldn't lend his kids to. Right? That's why he's threatening to kill somebody who he wouldn't lend his kids to. Again, like, what? Who's this person? Why are you trying to kill somebody? Why is this threat here? Also, maybe killing isn't the right thing to say in context, right? As we're talking about Tim Kennedy, maybe mentioning killing ain't probably the smartest thing to do. I don't know.
Something happens to those kids, I don't give a fuck. Mistake or not, your life and mine are going to change forever.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Tim goes, hey, I want to take Tiger. We can get ice cream. Go this. Not even like, yeah, right. Go.
Right.
Go.
And
he's one of 2 people ever
not only has that happened, I have.
I don't know. It says more about you, Brendan. The fact that Brendan doesn't have anybody he trusts in his life apart from Tim Kennedy, a person that he's probably only become really close with in the last 5 years or so, says more about him probably, isn't it? How come you don't have any other friends that you would trust around your kids? And also, why is that barometer of how good a person is? Like, sometimes you have friends that just aren't good around kids. Does that mean you don't trust them? Or they just don't really care about your kids? I don't trust them. Like, what? What is this fucking gauge of who's a good person or not? Trust them with your kids, huh? Like, you've got 7 cars. Just get a fucking babysitter. Why would your friends need to be around your kids all the time? Unless you're there. It's like, huh? What is this?
Done that with my kids with Tim. And I've done it several times. And so for me, again, my experience with Tim as a civilian is nothing but he's one of my favorite people.
Oh, big up Young Old Vibes. Great point, Young Old Vibes. It's okay when men lie, but women aren't allowed to tell the truth about Bryan.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Asad Aziz.
I only lend my kids to war criminals.
Exactly.
On the planet. He's got to be held accountable. He will be for this. I'm not going to step into that. You know, we all make mistakes, and we all and this if this is his mistake to correct. This is his thing to deal with. I'll let the veteran community
and they'll do it. You're not going to get away with anything with those boys. Like they're going to do it. They're going to do it, and then you move on. I'm telling.
And then you move on. No. It doesn't move on like that, bro. He lied about his service record. It's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as that. And then you move on. Okay, he lied. So what? He lied about his fucking time in the army. So what? He fucking took credit for things that he didn't do and for things that maybe his dead comrade did, which is fucking... That's the part of the story that's really dark, right? Tim Kennedy taking credit for something that someone he actually served with did, who ended up unfortunately passing away in the line of duty. That is the fucking disgusting part of it. But for Brendan, it doesn't matter because he's his friend and he takes his kids for ice cream, so it's okay. It's perfectly okay.
Telling you, this isn't the guy to aim for and create videos and throw hate at.
Too late.
Listen, the internet's wrong on so much shit all the time. They go after good people.
I sense somebody's projecting. Look at this. He's thinking about himself. He's coming at the idea of himself being a good person. He's literally ejaculating at the thought of Tim Kennedy looking after his kids, lending his kids to Tim Kennedy, right? But I love that projection there. The internet comes after good people all the time. So Brendan thinks he's a good person, really. I'm a good person. I'm just misunderstood. I'm a great person. Despite all the shitty things I've said and done on camera, the shitty things I've said and done that people have talked about, the shitty things I've said and done that people have seen and heard, I'm a great person. I am a great person. Have you seen my GoFundMe recent transactions? Have you seen the amount of people have sent fucking $50 to? Oh, hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
I'm telling you on this one, folks, there couldn't be a worse guy to try to tear down.
Imagine Brendan thinking that we value his opinion on people's character. Like Brendan is a true arbiter of somebody being a good guy or not. Bro, you do a podcast with Bryan Callen. You do a podcast with Chris D'Elia and Eric Griffin. All 3 of those guys have accusations. As Kendrick Lamar said, they have what? They have weird things while they're around, whatever that fucking line is. You do podcasts and you do content with 3 people who have some crazy, dicey, suspect allegations around them. I don't think you are the best judge of character. I'm not going to lie. I'll just have to say that. I don't think you are.
He's going to be held responsible for this. I'm fucking telling you. You wish you had a friend like Tim Kennedy.
So
I don't think we did. Oh my God. During an ad read. I hope they lose this ad read. I hope they lose this advertiser. During an ad read, we get a bare foot. And by the way, look at how fucking soft and supple Bryan Callen's feet look. He's got feet of like a 12-year-old boy. That's how you know this guy's wealthy, you know? Never a hard day's amount of work. He's not had to spend any extended time on his feet, you know? No nooks and crannies. That's the feet of somebody that's been pampered, that's been walking on pillows his entire life. But we get a full foot during an ad read. They got no respect for their audience, no respect for their advertisers, No respect for anybody. Brilliant, isn't it? Fucking brilliant. So, what to say about this? The fucking analogy or metaphor of saying that Tim Kennedy may not be Superman but he's Batman was one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my life, but I'm not surprised. I think most of us knew that they were going to come out firing, defending Tim Kennedy. I personally think they're doing this over the top defending of him and refusing to admit that he's wrong, refusing to understand the facts, because they're trying to project or they're trying to make up for what they would have done in previous times. So I think they both regret not maybe fighting against cancel culture and being a little bit more, you know, being a little more insistent and digging their heels in and not fucking buckling to the pressure, which was done because they just buckled to the advertisers really. So it wasn't cancel culture. The advertisers threatened not to fucking sponsor the pod, and they just, you know, they care about money more than anything else. So Bryan took a break, an extended break, and then Brendan brought some 2 black guys in who he hated. But I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to overcompensate. They're trying to make up for what they should have done with Bryan, what they should have done with Chris, by going out of the limb to defend Tim Kennedy. The problem is the Tim Kennedy evidence is pretty irrefutable. A bunch of people that have served have called him out. That podcast Anti-Hero have basically read his book page by page, line by line, and dissected every single lie. Called up people to confirm things. So it's like, it's not even up for debate, you know? The guy's clearly a pathological liar, and is most likely going to be excommunicated, you'd imagine, from the army. And I think I'm going to take their impression, their conclusion. I'm going to accept their conclusion, or I'm going to believe their conclusion way more than I'm going to believe these guys who are biased and clearly trying to demonstrate some sense of loyalty to a friend that they think they should have demonstrated to each other when they both needed it. It's just too little too late now, and it's the wrong hill to die on, but you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. So we'll see how it's going to play out. I'm just curious to see, and I hope it does happen, that one of these army-based whatever podcasts will see this and react to it. I really want to see one of those guys react to it and call these guys out for their nonsense and really rip into them. Then I want to see how they react. I can't wait for that. I want to see one of those podcasters react to these guys defending Tim Kennedy the way they did. I cannot wait. That's going to be brilliant. That's going to be brilliant content. That's going to be brilliant content. Let's do a couple more things and I've got to leave because it's like it's nearly 5 a.m. here. Oh, it's 5:17. Jesus. Let's go to, actually, Valhalla's got a new post, actually, that Valhalla guy. Let's actually see about, yeah, I forgive Tim Kennedy. Is that him? Who is it? Valhalla. There we go. Valhalla. I forgive Tim Kennedy. Okay, cool. He's got a new post out. Let's see. I forgive Tim Kennedy. Big up Valhalla. Big up Mr. Bob for recommending me this guy. He's good. Let's hear what he has to say about the Tim Kennedy stuff.
Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And yes, I know the studio looks a little bit different than usual. We're actually out here in Texas, and man, it is hot. It's 9 a.m. I'm already pouring sweat. Now, I know a lot of you are going to see this and think this has got to be clickbait, got to be satire, it's got to be sarcasm. There's no way Nate, of all...
Look at this video. Look at this video I got recommended. Look at the video. Look at the video I got recommended. Look at the video I got recommended. Army grifter gets exposed for faking his military record, I'm assuming. I'm definitely going to watch that next stream. Look at all the videos people are making. I fucking love it. Tim Kennedy's going viral for all the wrong reasons.
People is about to forgive Tim Kennedy after that bullshit apology. But I've had some time to reflect, and yes, this is a real video, but I have to explain some things, okay? Now, I, like many of you, when I saw Tim put out that half-ass bullshit PR lawyer chat GPT written by his business partner, yes, she knows who she is, he didn't write it, of course, I was obviously furious. Why? Well, we've been at this for 7 long months, and Tim, through all of it, has denied, lied, told us to go fuck ourselves, called us grifters, said we were Democrat hitmen. Man, a lot of things that, you know, when you finally see the guy has to admit after he's caught so red-handed that, yeah, it pissed me off. But again, I've had some time to reflect on it, calm down a little bit, and A lot of you are going to be disappointed to hear what I got to say, but I am officially cashing out of the Tim Kennedy Stolen Valor.
Really?
saga. And there's some reasons why. See,
man, these guys have too much honor in it. I knew this would happen. These guys aren't really cut out for this fucking petty, scorched earth thing, innit? They're at their core. It's probably religious as well, isn't it? Right? Just good dudes at their core. They wanted him to admit it. He's admitted it now. They don't want to fucking see him lose everything. He's got kids to look after. You know, all this fucking sensitive shit, right? It's like, oh, come on, man. Valhalla, man. You have to continue kicking the guy while he's down. Come on.
Set out with me on my channel for one specific reason. My content has been very consistent the entire way, and that was to show and prove that Tim Kennedy lied and committed stolen valor regarding Valor Awards and Purple Hearts, which is an important issue to me and a lot of other veterans. Now, Brent Tucker did a fabulous job breaking the story. He broke this whole thing wide open with the entire made-up bullshit book and all the fake stories. That hasn't been my role. My role has been strictly the Valor Award bullshit. Now, the one thing Tim has finally had to admit is that I was right. He did commit stolen valor. Yes, he lied about having Bronze Star medals with Valor. He hasn't admitted to the Purple Hearts yet. I imagine he will. Maybe, maybe not. But for me, the story is kind of done, guys. There's really nothing more that could come out about Tim Kennedy that I need to report on. The broader mainstream media has this now. If you guys see, it's all over the UFC channels. I've got multiple mainstream media outlets reaching out to me that want to do interviews. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not. Probably not. But Tim Kennedy's career is over. His reputation is gone. He will never get it back in the veteran community.
But Bryan Callen said that he saw him talk to some veteran that was going to jump off a bridge and convince him not to. And Brendan said that he trusts him to take his kids to have ice cream. Surely that doesn't mean that's the end. Surely not.
He will never get it back in the Green Beret community. He's under investigation by USASOC. As if you guys should know, the reason why Tim put that apology out is his lawyers met with USASOC the day before. I don't know exactly what deal was struck, but that is why Tim Kennedy put out that fake apology. Okay. No.
Oh, he got a deal? Really? So they're not going to prosecute him or anything? There's some sort of deal, some sort of whatever been done. They settled it out of court or something.
Other reason that needs to be important. So what am I actually forgiving him for? I'm not telling you to forgive Tim Kennedy. I don't forgive him based off that bullshit apology. I don't forgive him for the stolen valor or anything like that. But I am going to give some grace, and I'm going to forgive him for lashing out and attacking us, telling us to go fuck ourselves, calling us liars, because he's just an insecure, sad little man deep down. And it's okay, you know. At the end of the day, the biggest thing for me as a multi-generational Green Beret was upholding the integrity of the Green Beret. And that's what I set out to do with the most famous Green Beret, who turned out was a giant lying fraud, stolen valor committing fraud. We exposed that. We proved that. There is nothing left I can do. This is at the USASOC level now. USASOC is investigating this. This is at the USASOC Sergeant Major's desk, okay? She now has the power to make the right decision. It's not my job to continue to drag Tim Kennedy through the mud.
Yes, it is. Come on. Yes, it is.
My hopes is USASOC will do the right thing. Do I have any faith that they'll do the right thing? Pull his tab, pull his beret publicly? No, I don't. I don't think that.
If you don't have faith they're going to do the right thing, you have to continue kicking the guy while he's down. Stomp on his head. Figuratively speaking, kick him in the nuts, belly, ground and pound, elbows, 12 to 6 elbows. Come on, brother.
They will. However, I do hope that they do the right thing. Now, this is not the end of Tim Kennedy being exposed. I know Brent is about to put out an episode exposing Tim's entire fake stories about the withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Wow.
I know guys like Dave Hoodstead are not done with this, but for me, I accomplished my goal to make Tim Kennedy have to admit he committed stolen valor and lied about having Valor Awards and Purple Hearts. Now, does that mean I will never do another piece of content on Tim Kennedy? No. But regarding this stolen valor shit, I'm done. Okay. Now, I might make fun of Tim Kennedy because yes, he's a huge douche and he's a good target for some comedy SNL style skit riffs. Which, guys, everybody who tried to say you just do this.
Sorry, the fucking thing wouldn't play properly. Big up Asad Aziz. Used to suck. Used to say to me, used to suck. That's good. Big up Asad Aziz. That's brilliant.
For the views on Tim, my Tim Kennedy content does 1/5 the views of my comedy content, okay? And so, yes, he'll still be a target to be made fun of, just like everybody else, because it's funny and it's fun.
Exactly,
but
there you go.
No more of this exposure of stolen valor. We got him, boys.
We got him!
It's out there. We exposed him. He admitted it. Now, the reason why he committed it, whatever, fucking unintentionally, that bullshit, he admitted he committed stolen valor. That's the end of the story for me. So, I know you guys, a lot of you are going to be disappointed because you hate Tim Kennedy just as much as the rest of us. But again, I'm going to let the rest of the internet now has it. And there's nothing more I need to do. So, we're going to do some fun, we're going to do a lot more fun comedy style skits. I know you guys really like that. It's the best performing content I have. We got a couple interesting ones coming up this week I think you guys are going to like.
The best Delta Rangers.
But beyond that, that's it for me. Oh, I will say this. And I'm going to say this publicly to Tim, if you see this, I'm sure you will. If you want to actually make this right, you can never make it right. But let's say your best chance, your best possible chance is not putting out bullshit PR, Instagram posts. It's not going to get it done. As you can see, you made this 10 times worse for yourself by doing it. Your best possible chance at redemption or starting redemption, come face to face on a podcast with me and Brent Tucker, and we will go through your entire last 20 years.
I want to see fucking guts and blood and brain matter. I want to see organs, bro. Come on. You got him. You got him. You got him already there, bro. Go for the fucking killer blow. Oh, yay.
Ability to explain yourself. We won't judge. We're not going to be there to attack you. We will just let you explain yourself on why you lied about every single thing that we can go through. Why'd you lie about having 20 plus combat deployments? Why'd you lie about the Valor Awards? Why'd you lie about killing 20 people from a sniper tower when you've never fired your gun in combat? Why'd you lie about killing women and kids? Why'd you lie about...
Hold on, go back that a bit. Hold on. What? He never fired his gun in combat. Is that true? So he speaks about all of these times the amount of kills he got, going out and clearing fucking whole towns and villages, and the truth is he never actually fired his gun once in combat. Wow. If true, that is insane. So literally everything he spoke about concerning his fucking military service is a lie then. Wow.
Executing soldiers lying dying in a field. Why did you lie about all these things? If you did that, you would prove to everyone that you aren't a coward. Everyone thinks you're a coward. You would prove to everyone you aren't actually a coward. You had the balls to walk into the lion's den and actually set the record straight. So, if you know how to get a hold of us, if you'd like to do that, the option's open and we will be fair. If not, I can promise you, for the rest of your life, you will never live this down. Ever. Good luck, guys. Good luck to everybody else on the Tim Kennedy saga.
Oh, come on,
again,
man.
Powerful bunch.
Big up.
Nah, he's Batman. Batman doesn't use guns.
Come on, Valhalla, man. This is lame, bro. Come on, man. You gotta stay into the bitter end. Keep kicking the guy while he's down, man. These guys are too nice, isn't it? They're too good. They're too good-hearted. They're too good-hearted and fucking well adjusted, you know, actual grown ups. Like, oh, I want to see blood. I want to see guts, man. I want to see guts. I want to see blood. But hey, I guess it is what it is. I guess it is what it is. Pick up Sanzies. Nah, he's Batman. Batman doesn't use guns. It's hilarious. That's such a great way to use. Batman notoriously hates guns, isn't it? Because a gun is what killed his parents.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Martinez.
Wow, would a liar send him to firing squad?
Exactly. Off with his head. He lied. Off with his head. Fuck it. Oh, anyway, people, I've got to leave you there. It's 5:30 here in London, so I've got to bounce. It's already getting light here. I need to get some fucking sleep. But everybody's tuning in. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe. I'll be back again later on tomorrow. Obviously, we're gonna finish everything, all the tabs tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm gonna go through all of them before I get onto tags because I've got so many to fucking get through. But big up the stream chat. I appreciate all of you guys. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. I'll be adding timestamps throughout the day for the past couple episodes as well. Clips will be going up too, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to Taz, of course. Click on the Patreon, join the Discord, all that good shit. And we'll continue the marathon tomorrow for day 12. We're going to keep on going. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Again, apologies for yesterday. And more than the very lackluster performance because I was very, very tired and very, very, you know, run down, I think, because for all the things I've been doing. But we're back. We got a good night's sleep yesterday. We got a good workout in, a good feed on, so we're ready to go again. Big up everybody. Appreciate you. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. And I'll be back again tomorrow for more random show goodness, more marathon stream goodness. We're going to be here until we're not here. We're going to be here until we are not here. Big up everybody for tuning in. Smash the like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right? Cool. Bless. Peace.